click, click, clickaroo. There goes the microphone. Good evening. Good evening indeed on this very cold, wintry Wednesday. I must say, it is brisk out there. Look at my cat going up and down. Anyway, but we're back. I'm back, and we're back for some more racing action. The DSL Racing League. I'm a commentator, Hanson46, and we've got something a little bit different to start off. The evening's proceedings. So because it's the home Grand Prix, and I've not been here for 2 weeks, I think it is, as my friends list is now picking up in my face on my Xbox, because the servers died for no reason whatsoever. There was panic in the Discord, is what there was. But anyway, I've not been here for a couple of weeks, been ill and been a little bit tired, so man hasn't been on commentary duties. But because it's the home Grand Prix, I thought we'd do something a little bit different, something a little bit funky, which is get the rig out and take us for a lap of the British Grand Prix circuit, Silverstone. Because why not? Who doesn't want to see some goofball possibly crash an F1 car a few times at least during one lap of this glorious racing circuit? I think it is a fan favourite and a driver favourite in both aspects. It's great. Throughout the entire lap, it is a glorious circuit to hook up when you're in a qualifying session with the lads, when you're doing some league racing. So we're going to be chilling until about 7 o'clock. And then we are going to be on an out lap, have a little natter on the out lap, and then we'll put the car on the hot lap. I've got a set of soft tyres waiting. I've already taken some fuel out. And we will fly away. We're not in time trial. I thought we'll come into an actual practice session. But the car to me feels a little bit better than in time trial. Time trial car feels a little bit iffy. So we're going to do it in a practice session instead. It should be good fun, hopefully. And I don't bin it at turn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All of the above. Evening, AJ. You've just pinged online 4 times. According to my Xbox. Rapid fire. It was the most random thing ever. Just out of nowhere. These servers have been fine all day. And out of nowhere, whammy! Server died. Unbelievable. Evening, one kidney. Hope you're well, Chief. Oh, you've had a good week. All that malarkey. So as I said, we'll be doing the whole little out lap and the hot lap around 7 o'clock. Gives people a chance to come in, come say hi, have a natter, all that good stuff. And then we'll get down to business. And then there'll be a brief 5-minute pause whilst I put my rig away, because I don't think I can do commentary with it in front of me, because my hands flail around whilst I'm doing commentary, and I'm going to end up smacking my wheel 10 million times. And I don't want to do that, as Mark is giving me some sound advice about racing lines and all that stuff. Love that from you, Mark. Got P3 in my other league. Ooh, good shit, man. Love that from you. Things you'd love to see. Where's my lighter gone? There it is. There she be. Currently, evening, matey. Hope you're well, dude. Naturally, of course, as well, as you've probably already noticed, we are in the Red Bull garage. Obviously. If you expected anything else but for me to be sat in Max's car, you would be severely mistaken. There's always going to be the Red Bull, and will always be the Red Bull. These mechanics looking ready to rip off the tyre blankets and let me crash their multi-million-dollar car into every barrier throughout this circuit. What I will say is, though, is this will be my first time doing this whole thing, this whole driving and talking over the lap, so to speak. It's a lot easier when you've not got your wheel in front of you and your pedals at your feet. And I'm just watching you all do it because I'm not doing anything with my hands. Whilst this is the first time that I'm going to be doing this whole driving and commentating over the lap whilst I'm doing said driving. So this should be fun. We'll see how it goes, eh? We'll see how it goes. We are here for a good time and a fun time. And if this goes badly, then not for a long time because he'll probably sack me. But we'll see, won't we? We'll wait and see. What my wheel is missing is a horn. I need a horn. Honestly, just like a little horn in the middle, just beep beep. That would be top tier. Logitech, get on it. Give me a horn. Or like a little clown horn at the sound of it. Just honk honk. Something. So it's a little bit better. So if we look to our right here, we've got a nice set of drawers, a mirror on the side, a monitor, a man holding something. It looks like a torch. And then if you look a little bit closer, you've got the man's crotch. Nothing else, nothing more, but the man's crotch. And if we go over to the left-hand side, we've got the mechanics working very hard. Look at them, tapping away, tapping away, is what they are doing on those computers. He's looking thoroughly at something behind that monitor. The guy at the top right is looking like he's lost his dog. And the guys over the left, look at that beefcake in front of the car, far left of the screen. Look at that beefcake. Here's a man mounted. Then the man to his right with the arms folded, looking very serious. Looking to get things underway at some point. Well, you can all wait a little bit, can't you, boys? Because I'm not quite ready yet. That'll keep me happy all night long, honestly. Evening, Miss Legacy. And Sterling as well. Evening. Good to see you here. As we are killing time until 7 o'clock. Because once I set a time, that time is what I would like to go for. Because man's got OCD, so we'll keep it at certain times. Ooh, no, don't look. Don't look at the crotch. Don't look at the crotch. Ooh, no, don't look at the crotch. It's a family-friendly stream. Hey dear. You would not believe I'm almost 32 years of age. You really wouldn't. So we've got about 7 minutes to go until we get me underway. And so what we're going to do, we're going to do an outlap. We're not going to rush the outlap. We'll take a little outlap. Say the word outlap there 3 times in 3 sentences for literally no reason. It's been a long day. Leave me be. With a natter. And then once I get the balls to put the car into hot lap, and we'll turn it up to the max, no pun intended, and we'll give it a good whirl. And we'll see what happens there. 'Cause I'm nervous, I'm not gonna lie. Like I've raced in leagues before and been on camera, so to speak. And that wasn't too bad, apart from in like a qualifying. The race wasn't too bad. But I've never done this before, and I'm genuinely nervous. Is what I am. So if I get through this lap in one piece without binning it, then I want GG's, to be honest with you. If it's good content and I get through the lap, if it's a good mix of 50-50, then definitely firm handshakes. That's all I'm saying. No balls. No, I'm not racing. What I'm doing is a little hot lap guide, so to speak, like a flying lap, whilst I'm talking nonsense over it. From my POV, because a few weeks ago, Senna put to the lads in the Discord about selling in some hot laps for some of the circuits, so he could use them for his social media and stuff like that. And it just gave me a little idea. Why not one weekend? Well, one week. Get the rig out and give you a live hot lap of the circuit that we're going to be watching tonight. And if you all like it, I'll do it every Wednesday. It might be funny, it might be terrible. Either way, we're here, aren't we? So what I'm noticing is that I've got two lighters in front of me, and both of them are currently out of lighter fluid. So they are producing no form of spark, which is going to be a vague issue when man wants a cigarette. So if you would bear with me for 2 seconds, chat, whilst I go get some lighter fluid. I am back. I am the most unprepared man. Oh, I've left my door open. Goodness gracious me. I am so terrible. Fuck. Okay, now we're back. Right. We're back. Door's closed. Got lighter fluid. USA. Right here. Does this call for a high? Possibly. I mean, you got one regardless, didn't you, sir? So there's a... Even the medic? Right. 3 minutes ago, which gives me a couple of minutes to refill this godforsaken lighter. Hopefully I don't get gas in my face. Ow, I got gas in my face. Okie dokie, that's already gone bad. Already gone wrong, chat. I'm already making a mess. What would be easier is just to not smoke. But, in life, sometimes. There we go. It's okay, I got a little bit of gas on my thigh. So I've lit my cigarette away from my thigh in case I do go up in flames and become the human torch. Which you don't want that to happen. Right, are we ready to get this underway? Shall we stop delaying the inevitable, which is what I'm doing. Because I'm nervous, so. But should we get this underway, eh? Right, deal. Let's get on circuit, shall we? We'll take a nice little slow out lap. Have a look around. And then we'll get the car turned up. And we'll give it some welly. Is what we'll do. We'll turn the car down. We'll definitely lower that. Because why is that set so high? Goodness me. There we go. Set soft tyres. Naturally, so which are currently freezing, but it does not matter. Doesn't matter at all. We will absolutely get those heated up in a hurry. It's what we'll do. So here we go then. An outlap around the British Grand Prix circuit. Now, very much, I think we can all agree, one of the circuits that produces some of the best racing in real life. Throughout the season, I think every Formula 1 fan looks forward to watching the Formula 1 cars come around this circuit. Don't talk to me about tyre temperatures, Macarino! If I come over there and I'll give you a stone cold stunner. But anyway, back to the circuit. Great circuit, the racing is always good here. I think the drivers in real life thoroughly enjoy driving here, and I think everyone, more so in this league, loves driving this circuit as well. Some of the corners, it's just rapid, isn't it? Like, Mossa through here, Maggie's and Beckett's, I think, is everyone's favourite part of this circuit. It's great to get it right, it's a pain in the ass to get it wrong. You'll die to the left, you'll die to the right, that's for certain. And track limits through Maggots and Beckett's is it's a killer. Is what it is. So, as we come through the dying stages of our outlap, are they up to temperature? Oh yes, they are. So let's go around the final two corners. Let's turn this up to a hot lapo. Let's get me MD, there we go, and let's give this an absolute whirly, shall we? We're flying into turn 1, flat out in these modern F1 cars, very much is turn 2. Get up to the left hand side, get down the gears, get that apex as good as you can, get the car out to the right. Nice little bit of rotation, not too early on the power like I did there, almost break your wrists on certain rigs. More so for myself, I've got little lady wrists. A big snap of oversteer for me will really hurt in the morning. But anyway, back into the lap. Lovely bit, that's glorious through there. Someone give me an esports contract because I am raring to go. Get through there nicely. Look at me going, I'm an absolute superstar. So, the exciting part of the circuit, very much famous for Lewis killing somebody. A certain driver, I'll mention no names, but I am in his car. Easy flat through there. I go down one gear personally, but everyone takes it in eighth. It's entirely up to them. Maggots and Beckett's get the car thrown in nicely. Going in a little bit too deep there. Get the car in sixth, but anyway, it's tidy thus far. Certainly set worst laps in my life. Now Stowe, gonna get the car thrown in nicely. A little bit of a lay apex, then get the foot down as early as you dare. Now the final two corners, make or break it time, baby. In qualifying can very much ruin your lap and ruin your evening. More so through here, ooh, wrist breaker again on the power, nice and early, and across the line. For cheeky 128, I know you all probably set in absolute blistering lap times around this circuit, but for me, for little old Adam, I think that's quite alrighty. Is what it is. So there we go. That is a lap of the Silverstone Grand Prix circuit that our beloved league racers will be racing around tonight for a short qualifying, a sprint race, and a feature race as well. Should be a good one. Always a good one around this circuit. Oh, get on the grass there. Track limits. There we go. There is the track limits we were talking about. Good to see. My heart is absolutely racing. It's what it is. Goodness gracious me. We'll get this car back into the pit. And I'll take a minute to breathe. Get thrown in. Yes. Take the car back up for Maggots and Beckett, shall we? Absolutely. And it's such a great sequence of corners. Get the car nicely. And I like fifth gear through there. Get it through. Yeah. What a sequence, eh? More so for those rig users out there. It is a phenomenal second. I did try to find ninth gear there. Dead ass. Very much try to upshift. So the FIA says there's a pit lane speed limiter. I don't agree. So we will cannon into there at 180 mile an hour and we'll get a brief warning from the stewards. Is what we will do. So there we go. Hot laps with Hansen, eh? Around the British Grand Prix circuit. Hope that was enjoyable. Hope the lap was alrighty. But hope for the utmost, the commentary and the content over the lap was alrighty for you. And it was cool. Right? Something different on a Wednesday. Not too bad. Not too shabby. And the lap were pretty hooked up, to be honest with you. It wasn't a bad little lap. Went in a little bit too deep on a couple of corners, but for the majority, I'm taking it. Taking that all day. Every day. Right. So we've got about 25 minutes until the race lobby opens. Is what we've got. So what I'm going to do, whilst I'm sat here, I've got a little bit of time, I'm going to swiftly get this rig put away, get it out of my face, because I will hit my wheel so many times tonight, honestly. If I will just keep smacking it and smacking it and smacking it, and I'm going to end up with broken knuckles out of excitement watching racing. So I'm going to get this out of my way. So there'll be a brief 5-minute silence whilst I'm not on my headset, moving this out of my way. So give me 2 minutes, back in a moment. am back. I'm not going to lie, that is record time. That is Guinness Book of World Record kind of time. Putting a racing Rigaroony away Rooney. So, more so with my little arms and little legs. Speed, I am speed. Ka-chow! Ooh, ee-ah, ooh. Right. My hands are shaking from that lap, you know. Goodness me. That was exhilarating. I was quite enjoying myself earlier whilst I was doing some laps with AJ, I'm not going to lie. I was feeling in the mood, in the groove, all that good stuff. So, if one of the drivers are currently here and can hear my annoying little voice, is there a practice lobby open with some of you drivers in? If there is, can I have an invite to said lobby? Because whilst we're here, might as well give the people something to watch rather than just the main menu. And we can have a little natter over the lads practicing. You beautiful man. Reminded me of the T-Rex in Meet the Robinsons. That is literally, yes. I got a big head, little arms. Was very much what I was going for. Rightio. Ooh. Oh god, that car made me jump. Came out of nowhere. Deafened the 10 bells of shit out of me ears. Rightio. So as I said, no point in you all just staring at the main menu, is there? For a hot minute until 7:30 whilst the race lobby gets opened up. Well, until the race lobby gets opened up, I should say. So we might as well hop into the practice lobby and let you know how a lap properly looks, eh? Although I should have taken note what my lap time was, so then I could have compared with some of the lads. Would have been interesting to see where my rusty little self compared to some of the boys. I'll bring up all the tyres, all the nerdy good stuff. Yes. Okay, me straight into pit lane. We got AJ in the Mercedes Benz with a 28.7 on a set of softs though. Man, you're all faster than me on a slower compound. Fuck, I shouldn't have asked. Oh, big sad. Cause you had a bad day. Take one. Now I'm upset. That is not Pog. No, I'm kidding, I don't mind. Don't mind at all. It was quite fun this afternoon just to get back on the wheel and pedals, get some settings dialed in again, because the game reset my entire settings for my wheel and pedals. And then just drive a very good circuit, a very fun circuit. Oof, Jesus. That I think, as I mentioned, everyone firmly enjoys. Taking an F1 car around it. It was a little bit drizzly. Oh. Little Billu. Is that an omen? Is that an omen I'm sensing for the rest of the evening? Is it going to be wet stuff in the race? Or in qualifying? Or in both races? Or just one race? We never know. But one thing that I do know about Formula 1 is that it's always more exciting when it's wet. AJ on the controller, I would imagine. He was in the lobby with me earlier, trying out his new pedals on Formula 1, trying to learn the reins of the wheel and pedal life on Formula 1. Knowing certainly it will be raining, absolutely. Well, it is in Britain, so that is very much that, isn't it, really? It's just going to rain by proxy. Got both Mercedes boys currently out on circuit. AJ and SS Blue Fox had a good few race results, have the Mercedes boys recently. I think they're currently P3 in the constructors, and I think Blue Fox is currently P3 himself in the drivers. P3 or P4, one of the two. Nice moist Silverstone. Get that on a banner and get it to Silverstone next year. What do we want? Moist Silverstone. When do we want it? Next year. But the lads are very much getting this pleasant drizzling of the wet stuff in this practice lobby at the moment. I'm doing alright here, Jog. I'm not too bad, matey. How are you, sir? I'm all good now. The Xbox servers fixed themselves. And that the hot lap segment of this stream had gone alrighty as well. So I'm good. And what's even better is that I've got Rascal Flatts in my ears singing the theme song from Cars. So man is very much at ease at the moment. And I'm looking forward as well to seeing the lads back on circuit. As I mentioned earlier, missed 2 weeks due to illness. I've then just been knackered, to be honest with you, just having a very long Wednesday. And it came around to Wednesday evening and I was very much out of batteries on the little old handsome fuel tank. So I took the evening to just get some rest. But I've missed it, because the last couple of races looked very fun indeed. I think it was France and Austria, the two that I missed. And it is no secret that I am not a fan of the French Grand Prix circuit, but that was not the reason why I missed it, I promise you that. Although that would be a funny excuse to miss your commentary stint, because you don't like the circuit. Del Boy! Flying around cops. Brave Boy! On a set of medium still in the very drizzly weather. Surprised that guy didn't come right round. Going through there that quickly. Looking very much under control. Ooh, but on the grass solo. Oh, as soon as I mentioned it! As soon as I mentioned he was looking under control, he very much became not in control of that AlphaTauri, but saved it nonetheless. Very much new underwear, please, for Del Boy. And into the pit lane, I would imagine, to get on some intermediates. Or some wet, possibly. Is it wet enough for wets? That's a lot of wet in a sentence, but is it wet enough for the wet stuff? How wet is wet enough for the wet to be wet enough? You know what I mean? AJ on a set of slicks, still. Braving it out, why not? Oh, easy, Tiger. Big snap of oversteer. Naturally so, these rears, well, the fronts and the rears, are going to be struggling for grip a little bit. If anything, you want to be on the soft compound tyre in this kind of weather, because it gets more heat into the tyre. So, ooh, DRS disabled. That's when you know it's wet. Ooh, Tokyo Drift. Oh, we love it. Oh, we love it. Who's that in front? Flying through cops. The brave little minx. There's someone flying through cops there at a decent rate of knots on an outlaw. Oh, excuse me. Ooh. Treacherous conditions here for the slick runners. Would imagine all the cars that are currently on outlaps are going to be on a set of intermediates. Yes! This is what I want to see, some intermediate running. I enjoy that nice little bit of middle ground. Is what I like. A little bit of middle ground. Full wets can be a little bit much sometimes, but that intermediate kind of running is always very exciting, because it gives the drivers a little bit of chance to push a little bit harder, but still has that little bit of same risk of it being a little bit slippery. Just call me Jizz. Absolutely. Use Tokyo drifting, baby. through some of those corners. Slip and slide. Lovely stuff. My phone battery is on 69%. Giggity giggity goo. Around the Silverstone Grand Prix. I'm such a child. Through the Grand Prix circuit. What's the time is it? Almost 20 past. Lovely. So we've got 10 minutes until the race lobby opens. 13 if you do want to be facetious. First agent looking very tidy though on a set of intermediates. Track has do you know what? Apparently it won't come out my mouth. Track limits has been the issue for his lap. It's what I was trying to say, but man is blessed with a stutter unfortunately, and it would not come out of my mouth. Wonky Jim in the Alpine. See how he gets on. He said he got P3 in one of the other leagues that he races in, so the man is in form. Don't want to put too much pressure on himself tonight though, hopefully. You never know. Maybe can sneak another podium. Funnier things have happened in the racing world. Turn 1 looks dicey, turn 2 as well. Nicely on the brakes, hooks it up. Very nice indeed. Hopefully, this rain continues into the main race lobby. Because why not, eh? Who else is out on circuit? There he is. Little old Sterling. Out on circuit in the Aston Martin. Now, I've told him that I'll leave him be in the actual race lobbies, but this is not a race lobby, it's just a practice lobby. Which means I can jump on board. And whatever happens whilst I'm on board is not my fault, nor can I be blamed for cursing him. Still very quick. Through there, though, the lads very much showcasing how big their cojones are. Through the quicker stuff, Maggots and Beckett's in the wet is always interesting. The first parts of Maggots is kind of alrighty, but then the swift change of direction in the wet can be a little bit spicy sometimes. Get the car thrown in too aggressively, and you are very much going to bring the the rear end of the car around when it goes from left to right in the Beckett section of the sequence. Looking tidy though from Sterling thus far. Across the line he goes. He's looking neat and tidy. Oh, we've got Kurt Meister, I think it is. Going slowly on circuit. I think he just come out of the pit. Yes, he did. Just come out of the pit. These McLaren boys, actually, have been having a good run of a few races. Both of them looking very strong. In qualifying and in both races. It's going to be a dicey finish to the end of the season. And there's still a few rounds to go as well. I think we go into the new year. If I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong there. Could be talking absolute bollocks. Which would not be the first time. But I think we go into the new year. I'm not too sure why my F1 is saying all of these guys that are on slicks are on slicks. They're not on slick tyres. They're on intermediates. Sterling is on a set of intermediates. James Mason, intermediates. AJ, pit lane, but was on intermediates. Blue Fox, on intermediates. We'll keep on board the Blue Fox, actually, is what we'll do. As he comes into Maggots and Beckett, swift right-hand change of direction. Let down the gears, feather the throttle. Don't want to be too aggressive on the throttle pedal. You'll bring those rear tyres around before you have a chance to catch them in the dry, let alone the wet. Neat and tidy though. Gets the car rotated in nicely. Track limits there on your left can be very punishing during a qualifying session and in the race as well, naturally so. Very easy to pick up a time penalty around this circuit. Who got out the throttle there a little bit. If you heard that, he had to lift off through the final corner before the rears lost the traction that they was very much. Ooh, easy, Tiger goes in too deep there into turn 1. Taking the Mercedes-Benz off-roading. He slows up to take a nice chilled in-lap, I'd imagine. James Mason in the Alpine. Always exciting to watch James Mason out on circuit. Cause he's in too deep. I've made that some 41 joke at least 3 times this season, I think, on commentary. It's terrible. Absolutely. Into pit lane comes the Alpine. Oof, came flying in there like a missile. It's a great song, you're absolutely right. Is it? Ooh, a lot of curb there on the entry into Maggots from Kurt Meister, a brave boy. Are they currently racing on circuit? We had a little bit of pre-race action. Is that what we're being treated to? Dump the battery. Oh, boo. Boring. Unbelievable from Kurt Meister. Oh, it's pitting anyways, the car in front. Oh. Sterling, let me down. Never mind. We'll get on board Kurt Maestro. See how he goes in the McLaren. Take away all the hood. Will just give us a full dosage of this glorious McLaren. Which, whilst we're here, we might as well talk about the McLaren crew and do, oh, easy, big boy. Get the car loosey-goosey through turn 2 and turn 3. But McLaren this season, what a resurgence that was from the start of the season to where they finished and how good that Formula 1 car was performing in both drivers' hands, Oscar's and Lando's. What a great season, eh? Hopefully they carry that over into the next season. And they can, who knows, challenge for race wins, potentially, if the car development is going in the same direction that it's currently going in. They've currently got a wind tunnel now all fully set up at their HQ and whatnot, which is going to help them massively with the car development. So hopefully they carry that over to next year, and they can maybe challenge Red Bull for a little bit of P1 good stuff, you know, some race wins. Maybe challenge for the constructors and the drivers. Who knows? We can all wish, eh? We can all wish, and that is from a Red Bull fan and a Max fan. We can all wish for a closer next year because it got dull. The battle for P1 was non-existent most weekends. But that doesn't take away the fact that that man in that machine was one, and he drove extremely well in a rocket ship all year. And fundamentally, you've got to get the job done, and that is what he did. But if you do take away Max from that entire season of Formula 1, oh, right round, yeah, pirouette. 10 out of 10 for form by Kurt Mistro there. Very much. Putting on a show, doing some donuts, some ghosted donuts. Casper, the friendly donut maker at the British Grand Prix. You've seen it all so far tonight. I've been on circuit in a Red Bull, and now we've got a ghosted McLaren doing donuts. What more do you want in a Wednesday evening? Oh, takes out the boards as well. Says, fuck the guys that uses those. You don't need those anymore. There's only 4 minutes left. Get over yourself. Ruthlessness from Kurt Mistro tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Very much showcasing a side I've never seen in that McLaren. He's turned into a hooligan at the dying stages of the practice session. Very much getting it out of his system before he goes into the race lobby. Great thing to do. Get out the child in you. Get out the hooligan. Take it for a spin. Literally. Parks up next to the marshal, waving at the yellow flag. Very much rubbing it in Kurt Mistro's face that he took his car onto the grass. Awkward eye contact there from Kurt Mistro and the marshal. They'll be having some exchanging of words, I'm sure, once he gets out of the car. Maybe a fisticuff, who knows? Maybe a fight brewing. between Kurt Maestro's driver and the marshal. So there's 3 minutes to go before the race lobby opens. So once I get an invitation from one of the lads, we'll be hopping in there, and then the evening will get underway. As you had me for a long time tonight as well. A long time. Usually I'm not live until about 7:15, knocking on that time. So you've got me for a long time tonight, bless you all. Couldn't help myself, mate, it was good fun. Sometimes you have to. And the ultimate question is why the fuck not? You know what I mean? Mostly a practice session, man. It's always fun to throw the car around a little bit. I'm sure we've all seen the clip of Jarno Opnier going around Brazil, drifting his Mercedes F1 car, well, the virtual F1 car, through turn 1 and turn 2 and turn 3. Just in the wet, just power sliding it round. Just, yeah, why not, man? It's not got to be serious all the time, eh? I'm getting notifications galore on my phone, on my Xbox app, as the Xbox servers try catch up from the last hour or so. And I've got a notification from my star tracker. Yes, I have a star tracker on my phone. I'm a nerd. Don't at me. It is what it is. I'm an absolute geek. So I've got a star tracker on my phone so I can keep track on whatever's going on in space. Because everyone's got an interest, and that is firmly my interest. As I get a game invite to the race lobby. Oh, you hired me, you sneaky little minx. So we are going to have... In fact, I might time you out now for 10 seconds out of spite, actually, Hedgehog. I'm feeling that kind of word tonight, do you know what I mean? I might just time you out. Just because I can. Evening, Celebrity. Hope you are well. Hope the leg's alright. From your footballing injury. DSL copper shins over here. Taking dints left, right, and centre. Right, we're in the race lobby, so give us what? Maybe 5 more minutes, and for all the drivers to get in, get set up, all that good stuff, and then we'll be underway for the short qualifying, followed by a 9-lap sprint race and a 26-lap feature race. I would love to go through all the standings with you and all that malarkey, but because I'm unprepared and very much not a professional, nor I haven't looked up on the standings and I haven't written it down either. So, can't tell you anything about the standings. All I can tell you is that it's looking juicy from P2 downwards. P1's kind of currently sat on his own little world, if you will, just cruising away, but the battle from P2 downwards is spicy. Stealth has been a pocket rocket this season, very much in qualifying, but more so the race pace. His race pace this season has been lightning quick and very much up to like no mistakes, if very little mistakes here and there throughout the entirety of the races, which is hard to beat if someone's quick but then is consistent as well. You know, it's a great combo to have in your arsenal, that's for certain. Which a lot of the guys, you know, are sharp in their own right and very much consistent in their own right as well. And not taking nothing away from the guys fighting below P1. They're all having a great season, all fighting between themselves fantastically, all very much showcasing why they're all here to have a good time racing with some good competition. I would be lying to you if I said that after the afternoon of being back on the rig and my settings being dialed in and kind of feeling in rhythm and whatnot, there's a small part of me that's like, oh man, kind of miss it. it. It was fun. I've not drove for a long time. I've not been able to. My legs and my arms haven't let me get on my rig and just enjoy what the lads are enjoying, and it's a daft little thing. But every Wednesday, obviously, whilst I'm sat here doing what I do, I'm watching everyone play the game that I want to play but can't play because of reasons. So it was fun this afternoon to get back on a rig for a good 2 hours and just enjoy it again. Enjoy that feeling again. The car felt good, the laps felt good, and I'd be lying if I said there's a little part of me that just doesn't miss that just like racing side of gaming sometimes. So all the lads do a great job of putting on such a good show. They race really well. There was a few races where they were just getting used to each other and finding out, how hard you can race people, and that's naturally going to happen in every new league that you set up, where drivers are coming in and joining the league, where people have to then learn how a certain person drives because not everyone drives the same. So yeah, I miss it. Miss your little racer Rooney side of things. I'm not gonna lie. I'm also watching the guys on a Wednesday going wheel to wheel through certain corners, certain circuits. I very much miss it some Wednesdays, but more so tonight because the driving has been fun. And that lap for you all was quite enjoyable. So I will ask you all in the Discord afterwards your thoughts and opinions on it. And if you want it all to stay there, I shall invite you, sir. There you go. Did you get my invite? I've sent you one, AJ. No? Oh. Uh, I'll try and invite you in game. Is that a thing? There you go. Did you get one on F1? I sent you a game invite via the F1 Gameo. We can wait. There's no rush. We shall sort out a problem if there is a problem. A little bit of Flow Rider playing in my headset at the moment. Couldn't have a little bit of a bop and a vibe with myself on my sofa whilst we wait for the guys to get into the lobby. I think we've got 17 expected for tonight, I think is what I saw in the Discord. Excuse me. What I've been trying to do is not exert myself too much during the practice session and the starting part of the stream. So then, when the race gets going, I'm not absolutely knackered and my throat is absolutely chalked. Although the flying lap was very much exciting and full of adrenaline. My hand was very much trembling afterwards. That's not a bad little thing. Nedzo Racing. I have absolutely no idea who that is. Assuming that is a new driver that has been welcomed into the Discord and the league. Or a reserve taking Mercy's place for the night is going to be my assumption. Let's see how they get on circuit. Always nice to see new drivers. Oh, excuse me, goodness gracious, man's got hiccups. Always good to see new drivers come in, see how they get on. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not so good. Mate, no worries. Restart that Xbox, baby. We can wait, good man. I'm not in a rush, so. Man's chilled. Man's got a beverage. Man has got some racing to be excited for. So, my Wednesday night, my Wednesday evening, I should say, is very much set, and I am raring to go. See how these guys get on. Hopefully, a little bit of rain, eh? But enough about the racing for 30 seconds. How's everyone's week been? How are their weekends? How's their Wednesday been? Let me know I'm nosy. I'm curious. So how are we all? How's the week been treating us all? All that good stuff. How's work been? Blah 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 blah. Let me know. Ned's from the Classic League, I believe. I think he was brought. Oh, sick. Nice. Great to have them in then. Why not? Been spectacular. There we go. What more do you want, eh? Can't get any better than spectacular, surely. No complaints, even better. Jumped on ACC last week. Ooh, oh nice. Oh, cool, man. That's good to see some ACC guys coming over. Obviously, the ones that we have in here already that have been with us for a few seasons and whatnot, who that race ACC as well. But it's nice to see someone come over just from ACC over to us. Can I get an invite longer? Are you appearing offline? Like a melt? Have I got you on my friends list? It'll be criminal if I don't. I do. There you go, good sir. Invitation sent to you. You got two invitations sent to you, Lager. Hope you're well, matey. Hope you and the family are well. The young ones are well. All that good stuff. Always good to see you back with us for an evening. We know how hard you work. It's always good to see you back on with us, with the boys. Lager, yeah, absolutely. Getting there, perfect. Mate, I'm doing alright, mate. Doing alright. It's been a bit of a topsy-turvy week, I must say. After Wednesday, with the not doing commentary for certain reasons and whatnot, it's been a bit topsy-turvy, but we're doing alright today. It's been a good, chilled day and a good, chilled afternoon. So, can't complain on that front, eh? Sometimes you have to sift through the shit and a good day will roll around. And it rolled around today. I've had a good morning, good afternoon, been gaming all day with a couple of friends, well, AJ and Fresh Agent, been gaming for a few hours. It's been not a bad Wednesday, all things considered. So, green ticks going up and down the lobby. Things you love to see. Gives a flash, boys. Go on, gives a green tick flash a Rooney. Right, so here we go then. Business is about to begin. Every time I get that voice chat suspended thingy pop up, all my I see is voice chat suspended. So I'm like, why have I been banned? And then I'm like, oh, idiot. And then I press OK. Daft little thing. But all my brain sees is the word suspended. I'm like, oh no. Speaking of panic, there was very much panic in my heart when the servers went down earlier. Let's just get 10 seconds of that. Servers went down earlier on the Xbox, completely melted. Nothing was working, and I'm sat looking at the clock thinking, man, I'm live in like 10 minutes, dude. This needs to fix itself. Luckily, after 4 resets of my Xbox and my router, well, my router was once, my Xbox was 4 times, it locked in. As we've got a DC straight off the rip, R. Simpson joined the session, saw the circuit, and said, you know, actually, I want none of this, boys. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Then off he went. So could someone get R. Simpson back into the lobby, please, if you've got him on your friends list? Because he very much opted out of this session. Rating part of the sprint and all of the feature. Oh, yes. Oh, that's yummy. Is what that is. Many exciting noises. Love of that. So qualifying now becomes extremely important. Not that it's not important already. But the rain, that changing of track conditions from dry to wet can be so important throughout some races. So now this becomes a case of you want to really do well in qualifying. Cool, hopefully you're all excited to see some wet stuff. Love me some rain, man. Yes, we do. So, one can Jim on an outlap, Void, Blue Fox. In fact, hey, that's a great idea, Brain. Thank you, Brain. You're welcome, Brain. Neds are racing, new in tonight. Gonna assume a reserve for the evening, unless he's been assigned a full-time seat. But I'm gonna assume a reserve for now, unless I'm told otherwise. In for the first time this season. AJ mentioned that he jumped on ACC, a set Corsa Competizione, last week with some of the lads, and he's hopped in this Wednesday to get a dabble at Formula 1. So let's get on board his first lap with us, shall we? Let's put on some pressure from the commentator as he lets the car through very nicely indeed. Already showcasing there a little bit of circuit IQ, let the car come through. A lot of space given. Love that. And then we'll see how he does. You never know. He might be an absolute tracer rocket. He might be a dark horse that no one's ready to see. Who knows? I'm ready to find out. As he gets the car prepared. Well, they're very much using some unwanted battery here. Down to 80%. You want to be turning that off straight out of the pit. Keep the battery on 100% and then get onto hot lap when you're about to start the lap. But I digress. Everyone does it differently. No one's like me. Everyone is different. But first lap of the session of the British Grand Prix circuit. Let's get off all the gizmos. Let's have a full screen into turn one. As I mentioned earlier, flat out through two as well. Pick a braking point just before the 50-meter board. Hook up the apex nicely. Get the car over to the right hand side to get the car, or get the corner, sorry, as straight as you can really on the exit, on the entry. My words are not wording right now. On the entry gives you a better exit, a better run through the next corner. Pick your braking point and get a little bit of traffic through this corner here. I'm not too sure if the car is on a lap in front. If he's on a lap in front, then he's got no reason to get out the way. No, he's not. GG to you, sir. Getting out the way safely into Sector 2. The best part of the circuit, in my opinion. Corpse Corner. Get it in there. Again, I do the exact same thing there. Down into 7th. The car feels a lot quicker through there in 7th. You seem to get a little bit more of a pickup on the exit as you get the car thrown in. Mankies and Beckett's. Don't want to go in too deep in the second part of Beckett's. Very much ruins your line and your run through the final part up to Stowe here. Very much flat out as quick as you can be. Well, not as you can be. Currently running preset 3 tonight up and down the field. But a lot of drivers want to run preset 4 here and giving you a quicker top speed into 4th. Get the traction very much down and limited at the rear's interference. Get the final corner done and dusted. Goes quickest for the 127.108 with time to find, I think, as well. Kurt Maestro says thank you very much. I'll be taking that away from you, good sir, straight away. Did not give him his 30 seconds of fame. Gave him 3 seconds of fame. He said, I've arrived, and now he's gone skis. But a respectable lap nonetheless. But Kurt Maestro, a 126.783 in that McLaren. I mentioned it earlier. They be looking quick at the minute, those McLaren boys. Oh, the Alpine of James Mason running very wide through Corpse Corner, not getting that car turned in as he would have liked, very much washing out, but he's very much as well in dirty air right now, going to be ruining his tyres. Unless they're playing the team game. Are they playing the team game, the Albion boys? No, one in the gym's currently in the pit box in lap for Blue Fox. Sterling going to be setting up for a lap. Yes, he is. Maybe, don't know, are you? Question mark. We'll fuck around and find out, is what we'll do. I think he might be. It looks like he is. So let's keep a board, shall we then? Let's give Sterling some camera time. Hopefully, I don't curse the man this time around. The last time I cursed him was Baku, and that was very much not intentional, because I would never want to curse Sterling. He's a lovely fella, is what he is. Wants to join me on F1? Oh, I did not see you get DC Senate. I do apologise. There you go, Chief. Invitation sent, matey. Apologies again, bud. I did not see you get disconnected. I was in the middle of a lap of Nedza racing. My bad, good sir. Hopefully you are in now and can have at least a little bit of time to get a lap in for yourself. Oh, Sterling again. Lap time invalidated. That's 2 in a row. Strike 2, baby. Look, it's not a third strike and you're out in Formula 1, but that is 2 strikes now with the track limits. Got Stealth setting down a 126.169. Currently P1. 10 minutes to go. 10 minutes and 44 to go in this short qualifying. And revving the absolute balls out of that car. Going to be making my ears bleed. Is what that's going to be doing. Lager on it in lap, I would imagine. Currently it's at P7. Always has a habit of coming out of nowhere. Hops in, does Lager, after working away, grafting away. Comes in and just looks quick straight away. Unbelievable talent. Just to hop on and still look like you've been racing for most Wednesdays. Redding currently on a time lap. No, he is not. I'm lying through my teeth. Is what I am doing. But we have got Blue Fox on an out lap, so Blue Fox is where we will stay. Oh, goodness me. Shake, 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 shake it. Says Blue Fox on the steering wheel. A little bit to the left and a little bit to the right as you get some heat into the soft tyres. Currently it's at P6 at 127.965. We'll be looking to improve on that, I am sure. Try to push towards the 126 kind of region, maybe the low 127s, find a couple of tenths on this lap. Find yourself looking pretty, wouldn't be a bad thing. The gaps between the boys, very much forever getting lower and lower is what the gap is doing, which you'd love to see. You know, you'll love to see all the guys up and down a field just being a couple of tenths adrift from each other. From P1 all the way down to P17, the gap is never massive between a lot of the drivers during the qualifying session. So we'll keep on board Blue Fox. We'll see if he can improve on his lap time. Currently sat P6. I would imagine he's looking to push himself up into P5, P4. Maybe a cheeky P3 as well. GG to that Aston Martin getting out of the way nicely. After turn 4, you're going to be Louise or track limits from the boss man. Going to be turning the car back down, get the ERS back up to 100%. Got plenty of time to get back around and give it another go. Void sat on an outlap as well in the Haas. Let's give the Haas some camera time. Why not? Eh? Why not? I think the Haas duo throughout the Formula 1 season are a very underappreciated Formula 1 team. Nico Hulkenberg and Kevin Magnussen. I think they're very underappreciated. I find them both quite funny and quite humorous. Ooh, I don't think I have you, mate. Don't think I have you on Xbox or on, unless that's you adding me there. What's your name on EA, Simpson? Because I don't think I've got you, bud. No, I've not got you, Chief, unfortunately. So if one of the other drivers that does have R. Simpson on your friends list, like sat in the garage or on an outlap, could you possibly get Simpson back into the lobby? So I don't have him added on my friends list, nor on the excuse me, EA side of things. Thank you, Curtly. Appreciate you, good sir, and I appreciate that lap time you just banged in before the invite as well. 126.106. Very much unzipping thy fly and saying, look at me and all my manhood. Nedzo P3 now, overtaking Agent in P3. The two Ferraris looking rampant. That Italian horse prancing, looking as glorious as ever in P3 and P4. Things you'd love to see. Senna in P5 in that Red Bull. Let's have a talk about that Red Bull, shall we? Let's have a talk about that Red Bull. I drove it earlier. It looked phenomenal. I drove it. It felt phenomenal. I'm looking at it now and it looks phenomenal. There we go. That will do for the Red Bull section of this league race commentary stint. But it is a formality every Wednesday that I mention this Red Bull. It is a running joke that this Red Bull gets mentioned every time Senna is out on circuit because he doesn't like Red Bull. Doesn't the boss man of this Discord, this league, he's not a fan of Red Bull racing. So when he's on circuit and I get the chance to throw some shade, oh, you bet your diamond last dollar, I'm going to throw some shade at the man driving that Red Bull. Oh, hello! A little bit of argy-bargy going on in the pit lane here. Not too sure what's happened there between a Ferrari and Mercedes. And I'm not too sure who else it was, but some shenanigans going on there in the pit entry between a couple of the boys. Right, I'm sure that'll be clipped and sent into the stewards for some form of looking. Not too sure what has happened there. Still going to be setting a new lap time. Hopefully a quicker lap time is what he's aiming for through the final two corners. Up the gears, get on the power nicely, get the car rotate through the last corner, and across the line, whammo! A 127.510. Healthy lap time from Sterling as Simpson gets into the lobby. Lovely stuff. Mate, you got 4 minutes and 10 seconds, Chief. It's a 1 minute and 26 lap, so you're going to have to get a hustle on, big man. But do your best. All that good stuff. So, get Mistro P1. Mr. Stealth P2. 126.1. P3. 126.6. And P4. 126.7. So, P1 down to P4. Very much all separated by a few tenths, which I would imagine from P1 down to P4, they're probably all going to maybe come back out for one more run, possibly. Maybe not Fresh Agent because he's got a penalty to serve in the next race for whatever happened in the pit entry that we just saw. But I would imagine P3 and P2 maybe are thinking, I've probably got some more time to find. So they'll get out there. Kurt Mistro going out there. 3 minutes left to spare. So the drivers, as I mention all the time, there's always that little voice in the back of your head when you're sat in the garage thinking, I can probably go quicker. So you go out there. Because you're better safe than sorry, eh? And Mr. Stealth and Kurt Mistro are separated by next to nothing. So I would rather be prepared and go out there and potentially set a faster lap time, then sit in the garage and then just flip a coin, so to speak, and see what happens. 5 players. What happened, Agent? In the pit entry, in brief, or you can just time me later when you talk to me. Either way, either way. Okay. I said less, dude. So I'm going to very much stay on board with Kurt Mistro here for this last lap. 1 minute and 40 left. Him and Mr. Stealth separated by next to nothingness. Mr. Stealth currently sat in the pit though, not wanting to come out. Nedzo Racing has come out, wanting to find a couple of tents to see if he can contest P1. Agent as well on the outlap, Blue Fox as well on the outlap. So P1 to P5, all gunning for this P1 spot here. So look at Mistro to set his last lap of this session. Turn 1 flat as a fart, turn 2 flat as a fart as well, turn 3 not so flat. Get on the brakes, down the gears, get the car rotated in nicely over to the right, get the car rotated in again. Not too early on the power, you upset the rears. Not this time though for Kurt Mistro through that section of corners. Very nicely indeed in the McLaren. Let's get rid of the hood, fuck off. Let's enjoy this car for all that it is into the next few sequences of corners. Down the gears again, get the car rotated in. Don't get on the power too early, be as brave as you can be, and track limits there to your left is brutal. You don't want to go too far left on that exit, it'll wipe your time immediately. Now Corpse corner, down the gear maybe? Yes he is, down the gear into 7th, the car flies through there, so much nicer, it really does. Now Maggots, Becky's the entry, line up straight as you can, get the car turning, down a couple of gears, into 7th, into 6th, get the car road. No, lovely stuff there from Kurt Mistro, looking planted through the quicker stuff, the quicker part. Well, I say quicker parts, this entire circuit is absolutely rapid. Down into 6, get the nose pointed in, track limits there to your left can be brutal. Final 3 corners. Now this is a tricky part here. The rear can be very squiggly, the tyres are hot, the lap has cut them to oblivion. Across the line he goes, 126.098. I think I was invalidated. I didn't have my hood up. I give that lap the entire thing, and it was already deleted. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Nedzo Racing, though, I think currently on a flying lap. Yes, he is on last corner. Curtly! You absolute dick. Oh, mate, yeah, I saw. Unbelievable, Curtly, unbelievable. One job, Curtly. I gave you spotlight, no hood, the full Monty of the camera time. Unbelievable. No, mate, unlucky, brother. Easily done into. Oh, easily done. Oh, Nedzo goes in very deep in the Beckett's part. Purple sector 2, though. He's either absolutely murdered sector 1. Or he's been lied to on the lap times on his sectors. That can't go into the pit lane. There he goes down into holds it in 4th. Gets the. Oh, I like that, to be honest with you. Very much keeps the rears under and stable. Improves, goes P3. Great little lap time there from Nedzo. I think there's more time there to have, absolutely, as well. He'll be kicking himself. But the man that won't be kicking himself is Kurt Mistro. GG to you, good sir, in that McLaren P1. At the end of the short qualifying, Mr. Stealth P2, settled for P2, and very much gamble paid off. Nedzo takes P3 away from Senna in the down stages of the short qualifying session. P4 for Senna, fresh agent P5, serving a 5 grid place penalty. So he'll be down to P10. Cheers Mason P6, Blue Fox P7. Hey, I was reading that, you son bitch. I'll catch you up in a second. No doubt you've read it already, but, you know, it's principle. Blue Fox P7, One Kiddy Jim P8, Sterling P9, VXR P10, Lager P11. Not a bad comeback from you, good sir, considering you missed the last week and the week before, I believe. So that is your top 10. Lager P11, AJ P12, Reading P13, Del Boy P14, and my Xbox, it won't let me go. There we go. Get down, get down, get down. Void P15, Purple J P16. R. Simpson was having issues with his game, with him being disconnected, so doesn't get to set a lap time. Hopefully he can be re-invited back in because there's like a 5-minute break before, well no, sorry, there's a formation lap and whatnot, so hopefully he can get invited back in and can still race. If we can get on that, chaps. If we can, please. Get that man an invitation sent. And if one of send us mods out in the chat and whatnot, are we having a 5-minute break like we always do? Or have two mid-27s invalidated? Bollocks! Ooh. Where did you invalidate them, AJ? I'm assuming by the fact that they're not all readying up straight away, that we're having a short interval before we roll into the race, as we do. But what that does give us the chance to do, since I've been away for 2 weeks, is have the return of the pit lane ramblings as we get to scour up and down the pit lane, because it's Silverstone, so there's always going to be people to look at, people to see. So there's the Red Bull garage there, all the pit crew looking phenomenal in the Red Bull gear. We go at 8:10. Perfect. Thank you, Senna. Got the Ferrari crew looking pretty sharp, to be honest with you. I don't mind the Ferrari team gear and stuff. More so with the white that they had. That looked very nice in my opinion. A Ferrari front nose there. Hopefully the Ferrari boys don't need that front nose at some point this evening. A few front noses as well. If only it was that easy to fix your nose. I'd be there in a heartbeat. I've got a beat like a pelican, but it won't go away. Anyway, enough about my facial features. More about the pit lane and the people that are in the pit lane. So what else have we got? We've got guys and girls on the stands, in the seats. It's not a bad view from there, isn't it, really? You can see all the pit crews working, all the cars on the pit stops, and the race start. Not a bad little place. I somebody it up. Nice. I bet it's Nedzo. Did someone tell him? Was they informed? Did they have all the information? Well, if all the cars get away safely and every driver is ready on the formation lap, there's not much point in me starting it, really. Which the grid seems to be away nicely, as far as I'm aware. Yeah, all the grids away nicely. There's not much point in restarting realistically. If half the cars were sat at the grid still, not moving, then I think that would be the thing to do. But the grid's away. Somebody readied up. Apologies the drivers. For those that was expecting a little bit of a 5-minute break. All that jazz. Somebody hit the button. Don't know who it was. But it happens. It might be somebody new that just forgot. Not many leagues do run 5-minute breaks, stuff like that, during intervals. So, tis what it is. But as I said, the grid is away nicely, so ultimately, it's not my choice, though, of course. So, I'm assuming we're keeping it as we are. Senna, Adrian, we're going to be a continuing. Jobs are good. Well, I'm going to assume that we are, since all the cars are lining up. All that good stuff. So I'm going to take a big intake of breath, because Silverstone lap 1 is always something. In real life, in virtual racing, all of the above. I need that up, is why I do. There we go. Nice, there we go. The lights are somewhere. Can't see them. There we go. Lights out in. There we go. And it's very much lights out, and away we go. We're currently on board the Ferrari in P3. Still gets a very good getaway though into turn 1. The McLaren going around the outside though. Kurt Maestro holding his line as he very much has the right to do. So come on, Cameron, catch up, please. Round the outside though goes the Aston Martin into 2. Down the inside now into 3. Round the outside of 4 though. Kurt Maestro very much wanting to make them. Oh, he's lost P1. I think there's a safety car or a VSC. A little bit of contact made through 1, 2, and 3, I think. Is that VSC? Tell me, game. Come on now. The VSC or something. We've got a faster competitor still ignoring yellow flag. We've got yellow flag everywhere. Virtual safety car. There we go. Goodness gracious. So Stealth and Kurt Maestro having a good little old scrap through turn 1, 2, 3, and 4 there. Down the inside, around the outside from both drivers. Instead of making up 1 position, James Mason making up 2 positions, Sterling making up 4. Both Ferrari boys losing out a little bit off the race start. Blue Fox down 1, Kenny Jim down 1. I think I saw a severe collision for AJ and VXR, I think, as well. So that's going to be, yes, 5 seconds for AJ to serve at some point. So we'll get on board the race leaders. Whilst the VSC ends, and ends it does. Mr. Stealth P1 after lap 1 of 9 of the sprint race. Then the feature race to be had afterwards. Should be both good. Up and down the evening's proceedings. 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Nenzo! Tut, naughty, naughty. That's not what you want to see on your debut for the league. Making your night a little bit harder than what it needs to be. Kurt Maestro P2. Chasing down the Aston Martin Senna P3. 1.3 seconds adrift. Wanting to be catching up and getting on the back of the battling cars in front. Now, the more these two guys battle it out, duke it out, get on side by side, the quicker Senna can catch up to the back of them as these two guys lose time. But he's also got James Mason sat in DRS range, 7/10 of drift. That gap's currently closing through this apex. Onto sector 2, these two chaps are gonna be going, but DRS enabled on the next lap of the race. So all James has to do is keep close enough. Is all he's got to do. Be close enough for DRS to get there, dump some battery, save some battery importantly for the attack, get by, scoot on by, and then try and get on the back of Kurt Maestro and stuff, battling it out for the race. But all into deep though goes James Mason through Maggots and Beckett's, losing out a couple of attempts there down the straight, but dumping the battery to rectify that small mistake. Down the grid, we are going to go real quick. One Kenny Jim, VXR, Lager, all within a couple of tenths of each other. Lager currently sat P10 on the back of the Alpha Turbo. One Kenny Jim on the back as well of fresh Aiden Stealth, setting the fastest lap of the race at 128.01, I think it was, if my eyes deceive me, which that is a strong possibility. Kurt Maestro still sat in the DRS though. Want to get a good run through it. Oh, big snap though of oversteer. Going to be compromising him now through the next part of this circuit. DRS going to be enabled for him. There it is. The wing is wide open. Going to be helping close that gap down. But want to get a better run through turn 4 and 5 to be close enough to make the move into the next apex, but close enough now, if he can remain close enough now, I should say, through Cop's Corner, through Maggots and Beckett's and down into Stowe. Going to get a nice handy dose of DRS once more after the next sequence of corners, but now the dirty air through here, not going to be pleasant, but controls it. Yes, he does. Stealth there, going in a little bit too deep, getting a little bit out of shape through Beckett. DRS enabled now, not having to dump a lot of battery. The toe here is very strong. Ooh, but not close enough. Maybe if he did use the battery, that move would have been made there. So, will that come back and bite Kurt Mistro in the ass? Lap 4, 5, 6. So on and so forth. Let's not forget about the chaps down the field. Fresh Agent and Blue Fox currently having a little bit of a ding dong. Let me take a drink real quick. My mouth is very dry. There we go. Oh, goodness gracious me. Yellow flag in sector 1 somewhere. Purple J DNFing. I think, is that a crash or a pit lane retirement? I do not know. But the Ferrari of Fresh Agent going to be on the back of the Mercedes-Benz. A little bit of DRS assistance. There we go. Going to play with some battery at least. Not going to be dumping it. Not got much to play with. But Blue Fox going in a little bit too deep. They're going to be closing that gap a little bit through the next sequence of corners. Sterling as well. Going to be looking in his mirrors. Seeing a Mercedes-Benz currently closing up to his diffuser. Speaking of up to the diffuser, Kurt Mistro very much lurking in the wakes to pounce on the Aston Martin. Going to be DRS very much engaged and enabled for Kurt Mistro. Here he comes, the toe, the slipstream effect. Again, not using the ERS. Not going to be close enough to get down the inside again. I reckon if he plays with that battery and dumps it, he can get down the inside. But is he playing the long game? Let's flip over to the other side of that argument. Is he playing the long game? Is he backing himself here to stay close enough? I'm going to stay close enough until the last lap, and then I'll get by. And then I'll take the P1 for myself. We'll keep an eye on that throughout the remaining few laps of this sprint race. Blue Fox, though, closing this gap to Sterling. Very much deja vu from the last few Wednesdays. Blue Fox has been very much chasing down the back of Sterling's Aston Martin. Last week at Austria was hunting down a gap for the last 10 laps around the Austrian Grand Prix circuit. Very much closer now, though, than what it was last week. Last week was 7 seconds. This week it's 3/10. DRS engaged. A little bit of battery dump, but not close enough to get down the inside before the braking zone comes flying at you at 190 miles an hour. These cars are rapid. I think we forget sometimes how fast Formula 1 cars are, honestly. They're ridiculously fast. Speaking of fast, this corner still blows my mind. You really look at the apex speed there, like just shy of 180 miles an hour. Apex speed there through that corner. Unbelievable machines, they really are. Maggots, Beckett, speaking of unbelievable, one unbelievable sequence of corners is what they are. But the dirty air, Blue Fox getting washed out there through Beckett's. Dumping the battery though, saying, "Bucket, I'm gonna go down the inside," and down the inside he goes. Getting that move made lap 5 of 9. Sterling though very much saying, "Not today, sunshine. I'm gonna fight you back." Is getting that move made down the inside? Not quite yet. Both of them dumping all of their battery reserves. Blue Fox dumped all of the battery to make that move. Sterling using a lot of battery in the art of defense. Now looking to follow him through lap 6 and try to get the move back. Well, get the position back, I should say, with a little bit of DRS assistance. It's going to be very much a battle of the battery for the remaining few laps. Kurt Mistro still on the back of Mr. Stealth P2 for P1. This battle very much looking spicy until the end. I'm curious now to when Kurt Mistro pulls the trigger on this overtake. He's still got battery to play with. Mr. Stealth has battery also, so he's got that to defend with with the DRS zones. But Kurt Mistro is very much still close enough that he's putting that pressure on every lap thus far. We'll keep an eye on that. Oh, Sterling's got a penalty! No way! Is that a 3 second for track limits? Oh, Fresh Aiden going wide on the exit of Cop's Corner. It's a 5-second penalty for Sterling. Not too sure what's happened there between the drivers. Oh, Blue Fox then going a little bit too deep through Beckett. Getting onto the grass, very much compromised now. Exposed to the toe. That's mine down the inside. Both Mercedes-powered units into the apex of Stowe. Oh, almost on the inside. First agent now getting involved. In the Ferrari, he's come creeping out of nowhere. He's dumped very much all of that battery to get involved with the good horse. Kurt Mitchell now P4. What's happened there? Has Kurt Mitchell made a mistake in the McLaren? Was hunting that Aston Martin down. Goodness me, it's all going on lap 7 or lap 6 into lap 7. Some guys getting it wrong. Blue Fox getting it wrong through Magnussen, Beckett. Kurt Mitchell, I'm going to assume, getting it wrong throughout his chase of the Aston Martin, very much gifting P2 and P3. Well, P2 to send now. Blue Fox now getting the run. DRS enabled down into the around the outside. Goes the Mercedes-Benz, not quite getting that move made around the outside, but down the inside now. The racing room being given. Oh, what's going on here? Ferrari out of nowhere. Oh, big snap, wrist breaker. Get that gym work in, baby. Get those wrists strong. Strong like Russian tank. It's a 3-way scrap into corpse. 3 to go into 1, but they're making it work. These guys are phenomenal. Still in now on the back of the Mercedes-Benz into Magnussen and Beckett. I can barely breathe. I'm going to run out of oxygen. Now the Ferrari on the back of the Aston Martin. 2 guys going to be getting a mega tow on 1 car here. So 1 car's got to lose. And that's going to be the Mercedes-Benz still in now around the outside. For Aiden now. Oh, not got room. One went round the outside, he followed him through into Stowe, but then got caught blocked by 2 cars, very much the same car, if you take away the shitty downforce mechanics of that Mercedes-Benz, but Mercedes power unit nonetheless. Oh, Tokyo Drift from that Ferrari now as well, penalty to wager, very much rubbing salt into them wounds of his first race of the evening, but these 3 guys putting on a phenomenal show. For P5, still has a penalty, but he does not care. He's fighting this out until the end. Goodness me, I need to take a moment to breathe. I'm going light-headed. But DRS enables, Sterling going wide. I'm not getting a chance to breathe. Because these guys aren't messing around. Now the Ferrari down the inside of Blue Fox. It's all going down now. Round the outside goes Blue Fox. Down the inside he goes for the next corner. It's a carbon copy of the last lap, but with 2 different cars. It was an Aston Martin before with the Mercedes. Now this time it's a Ferrari with the Mercedes. I need to breathe. I'm going to fall over. Give me a second. Oh, let me take a drink. There we go. 2 cars again. Again, it's carbon copy the last lap, but now it's roles reversed. Last lap, Blue Fox was the 1 car being thrown to the wild hyenas, with 2 cars lurking in the wakes with DRS and a tow. Now it's Sterling under that pressure. 1 car getting by, which is Blue Fox. Fresh agent not close enough into Stowe and into the apex, but not close enough yet either. Lap 9 to get by the car. He'll get the place by proxy. There's a penalty there to have, but it's a matter of pride. But what a final lap and a half this has been from these 3 guys thus far. And it's going to be the same again, lap 9, final lap of the race. They are absolutely scrapping it out. To the end, down the inside goes Agent now into turn 3. Racing room being given, let's get rid of the hood. Fuck that off real quick. Down the inside goes Agent, now around the outside he goes. Sterling's now got the inside line, but he's going to get the DRS on the Mercedes-Benz, but he's not close enough, I don't think. Is he close enough? No, he's not. Go on, lads. Down the inside goes the Ferrari. Now he gets the inside line to Sterling at the next apex. This is like racing chess. I don't know what's going on. Around the outside now goes the Ferrari. Into corpse they come. This is unbelievable stuff. My lungs are going to give out. Down the inside goes Sterling. Can it be done? Yes, it can. It didn't happen for Lewis and Max Verstappen, but it happened for Sterling and Fresh Agent on the cold Wednesday night in the DSL Racing League. Magnussen and Beckett both very much nicely negotiated by both drivers. Agent they're getting a penalty of 3 seconds, but Sterling has a 5-second penalty, so it's not going to matter. But Sterling doesn't care. He says, fuck the penalties. Fuck the semantics round the outside. Oh, big snap. Oh, he almost loses the car. Goodness me. What a ridiculous last few laps through laps. I can't speak. The last few laps of this British Grand Prix. Blue Fox, Fresh Agent and Sterling putting on a show for the remaining laps. Goodness me. Wowchers. What a last few laps that was. Oh, my face hurts. GG's. Sterling, Blue Fox, Fresh Agent, take away the penalties. What a last 3 laps that was. Wow. GG, firm handshakes. Oh, my throat. Goodness me. Love that. GG, Stealth, Senna, James Mason, podium sitters, Stealth with the race win. Senna P2, James Mason PT. Kurt Mistro was looking promising and looking real quick. But I think at some point he's either made a mistake at some point or had an incident with Stealth. I don't know. Don't know yet. I'm sure they'll let me know. But maintains P4 nonetheless, but drove very well for the first few laps of that sprint race. Wow, man. What a last few laps that was. Wowchers. And number 3 is like, oh no. Mate, you was looking racy, brother. Kurt Musha P4, Blue Fox Fresh Agent, Lager P5, 6, and 7, Monkey Jim P8, Sterling dropping down a couple of positions with the penalties that he served P9, VXR P10, Simpson Void, Redding Delboy, making up the remaining positions that I can see. Was it lets me scroll? Dun 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 dun. Delboy P14, Nedzo P15, AJ had a first race to forget. P16, Purple J, P17, the one DNF from the first race. Unbelievable stuff, boys. Goodness me. My face hurts. Wowchers. Wowchers indeed. Clearly intended. Mate, you are so good at those like 360s, honestly. It is a talent to be had. Huge kudos for the first few laps with Kurt Mistro and Mr. Stealth. That little chase battle there was very good. Ho ho, wet stuff, baby. But then the battle there between Blue Fox, Sterling, and Fresh Agent for at least 2.5 laps, almost 3 laps. Just jousting it out for position. Phenomenal stuff. So the drivers are going to leave the session because it is a... Thank you! So it is a reversed grid for the second race. Top 10, I think it is. All I could hear was shouting, so I'm guessing the racing was great behind me. It wasn't too bad, sir. Failed to join the session? Ruh-roh. We can't even be having that. The last thing I need to be doing is not be able to join the session. So as we witness and observe, the great things about this game is the inability for it to let you in to a new Formula 1 session. Hopefully the second time round is the good stuff and we get pulled into the session with no dramas. Before many angry words come out flying out my mouth. Make sure the weather is set to how it should be. For the second race, there is rain to be had, and rain is what I am expecting. I can tell you that for free. It's gonna be wet, is what it's going to be. Giggity, giggity goo. It's gonna be moist. Oh, goodness me. Terrible. Terrible. So the reverse grid always makes it very spicy for the second race. It also gives the guys a chance to showcase the racecraft, the ability to get through some cars, make some overtakes, in the best way possible. So it always makes it interesting to watch. Always a good race. Wace? Jonathan Wass. A good race. A good race, Adam. Preset 2 for the wet race. So make sure we are all aware of that, lads. Preset 2 for the wet stuff. Oh, okay, I take it back. It's now preset 3 because apparently the boss man can't make his mind up. DSL wifey over here can't make his mind up if he's hot or cold, hungry or not, or if it's preset 2 or preset 3. So preset 3, chaps. Not 2. Mm, mm, mm. Fair enough, sir. Just waiting for the drivers to get back into the lobby, and then we'll be getting this show underway. 26 laps for the second race. 26 laps of the wet good stuff. Hopefully it is wet throughout the entire thing. It's always spicy in the rain. Man's currently bopping to some Scooter. I don't know if many of you have heard of the artist. I'm sure a few of you have heard of the artist, but I've got some Scooter bopping away in my headset whilst we wait for the drivers to be in the lobby, all readied up. All that good stuff. But got some funky dance music going on. Because why not, eh? I could not do this without some music playing in my ears. I would be a nervous wreck. Nor can I do it sober. It scares me sober, is what it does. So, mine's always got a couple of drinks, gives me a little bit of Dutch courage, and then once the racing starts, then it's all good. Are we all in? So we got Blue Fox Fresh Agent. I'll tell you, they'll be waiting to organise the starting grid, is what they'll be waiting to do. I briefly forgot. How's the leg, Senna? You never answered me earlier, sir. How's the leg? And what kind of footballing injury was it? Was you two-footed? Was it an ankle breaker? Was it a knee breaker? Man want to know. Was you through on goal? 1v1 with your last defender and he cropped you, just two-footed, bang, ankle break, like, you know. Man wants to know. Or did he barely hit you and you rolled over like Ronaldo because you're a Mercedes fan and that is what you would do? You know what I mean? Now I'm curious. Stretch his ball sack. DSL space hoppers over here. Fuck's sake. Top with them sandbags on it. Exactly. He definitely sandbags, doesn't he? Definitely sandbags. DSL definitely stands for definitely sandbagging loads. You'll hold me that you'll do nothing. Nah, you'll do fucking nothing. Yeah, I'll chew your shins. I'm small enough, I'll do it. Death by sandbag, imagine. That is not a fun way to go, eh? Sandbag to the face. So once the lads get the grido set up, we'll have a formation lap, all that good stuff, and then we'll get things underway for those that are here that aren't raising and are just sitting and watching all that stuff. But I'm sure if you've been here a few times already, you know the format that we run, all that good stuff. If you are new here, make sure you're clicking the About Me page on the Twitch channel. You'll get all the Senna's links to his socials, his Discord, his Facebook page, all that funky good stuff. If you want to get involved in the Discord, not a bad set of people. Some of them are a little bit weird, saying no names, mentioning no people. Senna. No, I'm kidding. A nice set of people. The Discord is very much a vibe and a bop with all the drivers. Sometimes Spotify, you do me a great service, and sometimes you fill my ears with the wrong kind of vibe, and it's not good. The last thing I need in my ears right now is Celine Dion belting beautiful notes and putting me to sleep. Whilst we've got some F1 goodness to look forward to. Maybe, maybe later on, Celine Dion, but for now, absolutely not. So, guys are readying up, so the business is about to begin. So let's get ready. For 26 laps of potential chaos, as some rain is to be expected, some wet stuff is to be expected as we shift up the gears in the commentary stint. We get these engine levels back to 100. Always good to have a 5 minute downtime, a small bit of a natter with some people, but now it's down to business. Let's get down to business. It's set to rain, so if it doesn't, EA have flopped. I mean, would you expect anything less from EA other than them to flop? Nope, it's wet. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. Very much drizzling away up and down the pit lane. Changing to dry. Ooh. Yeah, well, unfortunately, that kind of it's what isn't it really? Like, you can't set it to like fucking how it was like exactly set when it first loads in, can you, sir? Unless it was set to wet to dry in first one, or is it completely wet in first one? Yeah, look, you had a doozy at Austria earlier. But some circuits be like that, man. Some circuits be like that. Baku for me is just like a nightmare circuit. I love driving it. Like this circuit is really fun. I just can't drive it well. Never. Like never. I don't think I've finished a league race at Baku actually. Dead ass. I don't think I've ever finished a league race there. I did. That is true. No, it's true. Baku clear some victims, man. Ooh, we go in a minute. Yeah, thank you, Senna, for confirming that. Like, I wasn't capable of telling the time, Chief. Well, thank you. Wow. Unbelievable. Imagine the boss man giving you shade, implying that you're not smart enough to tell the time. Will you count me in from 10 seconds to, you know, oh, we've lost one. Can somebody invite? In fact, I have him on my friends list? Question mark. I do. I got him. So the lads should be readying up at 20 to 9. It's stated by DSL Smartass in the chat. So formation lap as always. Let the lads get some heat into tyres. Oh, that malarkey. There we go. That sheen of water. As the guys scurry away. Stealth back into the lobby. Great stuff. As I mentioned, reverse grid from the sprint. Sprint? That's an awake out of my mouth, and I said it completely fine. I, paranoid to my own voice, apparently, is what I am. But VXRP won Sterling P2. Walking in P3, Lager, Blue Fox, Kurt Mistro. James Mason, DSL, smart ass, DSL, thinks he's funny in chat, giving me the shade for no reason in P8 in the Red Bull. Stealth P9 and Fresh Agent P10, making up the top 10 positions. Void, Redding, Doughboy, Netzo Racing, AJ, the SP, Laser Guy, and Purple J. Not to show why he got the redneck finish to his game attack. Currently making up the remainder of the grid. So 26 laps around the British Grand Prix circuit. Don't know how many laps was hard, and apparently so is a formation lap for James Mason, the young man getting it all kind of wrong. Currently sat on the grid still. That would explain it. I have lost my train of thought to what I was about to say. because James Mason put me off being DSQ'd. No, what I was going to say was I don't know how many laps is under the wet stuff in this feature race. It might be 5 laps, it might be 2 laps. The weather can change on this game unnaturally so and very quickly, but hopefully it's a decent little stint of the race under the wet weather conditions, because wet weather racing makes it fun. It's exciting. Too slow. So as the grid come around the final corner, my nose is all kind of clogged up. Have I got some tissue in my living room? Oh, I have. Absolute godsend. Before lights out happens, give me 2 ticks, chat. Oh, there we go. Goodness me, my nose just got all kind of stuffy out of nowhere. Could barely breathe, and my nose is huge. I show you the oxygen intake through my nostrils, massive. Blue whale on land. Anyway, enough about my nose. Lights out in one. I can't see. Question mark. 1, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and lights out, and away we go in the usual F1 23 delayed start of the Centrifuges are getting off the line. Nice, looking to go down the inside of turn 1, looking down to the middle of the pack because nothing. All the carnage happens. The carnage has happened as one car goes right round into turn 2. Was that James Mason going right round? No, it was not. There's gonna be. I don't want to see these spectators. Who the fuck are them? This Bill, Jerry, and Philip on the camp. Fucking, what the fuck was that? Anyway, back to the F1 cars. Why did that happen? We're just looking at a family having a campfire in the fucking wet. I digress anyway. Del Boy currently under pressure. Former James Mason behind. There's going to be a little old scrap behind. There's a lot of cars, is what there is. Currently all congested up into a little pack of danger. Goodness gracious me, Blue Fox there in the mist of spray behind the gearbox of the Alpha 2. Del Boy on the back of the Alpine. Up the field we go real quick. Yes, we do. First agent on the back of Kurt Mistro, lap 1 of 26 into Magnus and Beckett's. Very much a different sequence of corners in the wet compared to the dry, but still pretty sharp nonetheless. These F1 cars, as we mentioned already tonight, are a different breed of engineering. They really are. Even in the wet, they are carrying a decent lick of speed into the apex. Look, still 110 miles an hour into the apex on a set of intermediate tyres, so they still shifting. They still be going a decent lick. Sterling now P2 on the back of the AlphaTauri in P1. Will he look to tuck in behind and try and make the move later on in the race, or get this move made nice and early and then pull away and make that gap for himself? That would be the way that I would want to go, is get this move made and done, pull a gap so I've got a nice little bit of a cushioning upon when the conditions change from wet to dry. I've taken a little bit too deep there. Going to be compromising his run. Oh, Sterling getting a little bit adventurous on the entry of turn 5. Very much putting 3 wheels off the circuit, getting a little bit washy on the exit and not getting the run that he wanted to into the turn 6 and 7. But on the back, nonetheless, one Kenny Jim as well on the back of Sterling. Kurt Mistro as well lurking in the way, almost being pushed along though by the Ferrari of Fraser Agent. Oh, that's ballsy out there, but the mist and the spray from these Formula 1 cars, very much a problem in real life, and they're working on fixing that in the game. It's not as brutal, but it's still something to contend with whilst you're in the gearbox of the car in front. More so 2 cars in front, as one Jim looking a little bit slow through Beckett's. Getting music going to be behind now. Dumping the battery a little bit, but one Jim getting the assistance of the toe of Sterling in the Aston Martin in front. This battle for P1 going to be looking to spice up very short. Oh, Sterling! Penalty this early on. That's going to be killing him now. 3 seconds for track limits. Oh, Kurt Mistro getting that door closed on the front of his McLaren. That dog being very much slammed in his face. You ain't coming through there, sunshine. You can fight for that on lap 3 of 26, and that is what he's exactly going to do. Fresh Agent going to be on the back of this little battle for P3, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and P5. All very much scrapping it out. Senna going to be closing in as well in the Red Bull on the back of this pack of cars. This is going to turn into something to behold. Mitchell getting it all kind of out of shape though, losing out on that position to the Ferrari. Let me bring up position change. That is already there. Kurt Musso making up 1 position in the first few laps of this race. Agent up 6, having a god tier start to this race. Thus far, wanting to get on the back of 1 Kinney James. Sterling though, very much on the back of VXR though in P1. At the moment into Cops Corner, they come down 2 gears now in the dry. You can carry that in 8th. You can carry that in 7th. In the wet on the intermediates, down into 6th. Don't want to take your chance through there too much. Track limits to your left. The rears, ooh, it's scary, scary corner to go through there. Far too quickly when you don't need to. As I take a quick drink, goodness gracious me, still on the back. And the after it into Stowe, which Aiden as well on the back of 1 Kinney Jim now, very much closing that gap to him in P3. This battle going to be getting a little bit dicey very short, because there is Senna now on the back of this scrap. Lager is getting closing up to the back of Senna also. James Mason not that far away either. And then the guys down, oh, there's a Mercedes fight going on here. Let's get on board this real quick, shall we? Absolutely, Mr. Blue Fox and AJ could have had a little bit of a scrap in the wet. Now, I know these two will would much rather have a decent battle on circuit than play, oh, team orders, but that's a penalty now for Blue Fox, track limits for him sat in P11. Now, will they swap, will he let Blue Fox through? Let him pull away, holding that penalty, and if needs bust at the end of the race, return the favour? Or are they going to play the game of just, I will make the move on you at some point during the race, I trust you, you trust me, and we'll see how it goes. We will absolutely fuck around and find out though, is what we will do lap 4 of 26. Into Maggots and Beckett's, not where you want to be. Tucked in behind a Formula 1 car. Words are hard, man. Goodness me. Behind a Formula 1 car, the dirty air through there in the dry is... Oh, Aiden getting all kind of out of shape, though. On the exit of Beckett's down in Stowe, these two Mercedes-Benz go. Blue Fox lifting, though. Not wanting to make the move on the teammate for the position. Carrying the penalty as well. 3 seconds for him. So, get Mishra and Fresh Agent still duking it out for P8 and P7. He's going to be wanting to get on the back of... Oh, hello. What happened here? Senna is now P4. Liger now P5. James Mason P6. First Agent Kurt Mishra has dropped down a couple of positions. At some point that I have not noticed whilst I've been watching the two Mercedes boys have a good little old ding-dong. But lap 5 of 26. And we have got a nice small chunk of cars here. Currently, a couple of times separating one. How many cars? Oh, still has got that move made on the AlphaTauri. Missed that swiftly, but that move is now made. He'll want to get up the road, get a gap now, and hopefully give himself a nice little cushion for the pit stop window. But from one Kinney Jim down to Kurt Mistro, they are all separated by a second push. First voice break of the evening. Kurt Mistro 2 tenths behind Fresh Agent in that Ferrari. James Mason 7 tenths adrift of Lager, who is only 3 tenths adrift of Senna in front, who's now going to be making a move now on one Kinney Jim around the outside. Oh, that's brave, bold and beautiful around the outside, but one Kinney Jim holds that line down the inside of Stone, now into these tricky part to get an overtake made. He holds around the outside. Down the inside of the next corner. This is going to turn into a four-way scrap. Into the final corner almost. Oh, down the inside goes Rookie. Oh, that is very brave from the Alpine. Oh, my goodness. And then now on the outside into turn one. Great move there from the Red Bull to take P3. Wow. Great racing there from Senna and Woodkin Jim. A lot of space given throughout that racing between four corners at least. More so in the wet conditions. Great stuff there. Love that from you boys. Now Woodkin Jim now in the toe though of the Red Bull. Maybe down the inside, not quite close enough. Lager closing that gap very slowly. On the back of the Alpine comes Lager in the Alfa Romeo. Quick drink, real quick. He's got an absolute mega run out of that corner on the exit. Around the outside, the corpse in the wet. What a move from Lager. That's unbelievable stuff. Round the outside, the corpse in the dry is a great move already, but round the outside in the wet, that is a set of balls that you want to have as an F1 racing driver in a league with the boys, and that is a phenomenal move from the Alfa Romeo. Great stuff. Taking P4 away from one Kinsey, who's now dropping down a couple of positions down into P7. I think he's made a mistake after the overtake got made by Lager. Maybe lost a little bit of rhythm. Easily done. Once you've been so zoned in on fighting a car, keeping a car behind, then that move is then made. Sometimes you can just mentally just switch off for 2 seconds during a corner, make a mistake, and then jobs are good. But Red Bull of Senna on the back of VXR for P2. Very much going to be getting the run down into turn 6 and 7 if he's close enough, which I think he is. Got plenty of battery to play with. Now playing with that battery. Yes, he very much is. Oh, opted to not go down the inside. I'd have absolutely licked that stamp and sent it, but that's just me. We all drive a little bit differently, but we're going to get a nice run now down into... Oh, big snap though on the exit. Big wash of oversteer. The conditions going to be very much making those rears a sensitive little snowflake if you get on that power a little bit too early. But close enough now through Maggis and Beckett's. Wants to stay at least half a second behind. The dirty air going to be a little bit of an issue, but can negate it swiftly so. Get a nice exit now out of Beckett's down into Stowe. Dump the battery. Hope to get the run into the apex. The OSP now engaged. He defends to the inside, the middle of the circle. Down the inside goes Senna. Down into Stowe. Move being made comfortably, but Lager now getting involved. He wants a little bit of this action. Down the inside now into the final 2-3 corners, I should say. Round the outside, the holds it goes. He's like, come on, camera, I'm going to catch up. This car's battling out, and I want to see it. Lager now on the back of the AlphaTauri. James Mason there now, 100% one from the Ferrari. This forecast, I don't know who to watch. There's so much going on. It's just a short period of time. VXR now under pressure, now being overtaken by Lager. Oh, contact made, I think, on the rear possibly by the Ferrari, getting the AlphaTauri, not the Alpine, the AlphaTauri, all out of shape into turn 3. The Ferrari then get out of shape as well into turn 5. Get Mishra now on the back of said Ferrari into the next apex, not close enough to get that move made. VXR now P4, Lager now P3, after losing out to, making a move on VXR into round the outside of Corps. Great move, as we mentioned earlier. Sterling now pulling away nicely. Got a 3-second penalty to serve at the end of the race, but has pulled that 3-second gap to Senna in P2 whilst they've been having a good old scrap and a ding-dong. Up the field, speaking of scrap and a ding-dong, Del Boy on the back of the Mercedes-Benz of Blue Fox. AJ currently come through Magnus and Beckett's also. So Del Boy in a Mercedes sandwich. See if he can get the run out of Beckett's down into Stowe. I think it's down the Wellington Straight. I think it is into Stowe if my Formula 1 knowledge holds straight and true. Not closer to get that move made though, but somebody might be closer at the moment as we've got Kurt Maestro on the back of VXR now for P5. Wonkin and Jim as well, very much almost pushing Kurt Maestro around the final two corners. Oh, hello, down the inside maybe. Oh, he thought about it. Is what he did. Patience, young Jedi. Took him behind turn 3, 4 and 5. Get the run into the next part of the circuit. Get that move made safe. Now the overspeed engaged. Down the inside goes Kurt Maestro. VXR not giving up without a fucking scrap though. Holding to the inside light of the next corner. Not quite. Oh, maybe so. Gets a nose in. Oh, not quite close enough to make a stoic defence from the McLaren of Kurt Maestro. So Kurt Maestro now into P5, wanting to get to the front runners. Fresh agent on the back of Lager now also 4/10 adrift into Maggots and Beckett's. These guys are just duking it out up and down the field. As we mentioned a few times already, the wet stuff very much prompts a certain kind of racing. It really does. It's a phenomenal thing. It makes overtakes be made in certain parts of the circuit that you wouldn't expect. And then it also showcases some drivers that are sometimes a little bit better in the wet than what they are in the dry lager pits. Interestingly enough, I don't know if that's for another set of intermediates. Oh, that's a ballsy call onto the set of slicks. We'll bring up tyres is what we'll do. And we'll see what goes on with Lager. It's Stealth down P12, Void P13, Nedzor Racing P14, Reading P15, Purple J P15. Already gambled onto the set of slicks. Lager going onto the hard tyres. That's brave. That's very brave. I'd maybe opted for the medium just because they get temperature a little bit quicker. And it's already wet as it is, so they might already have the tyre life to get to the end of the race, 16 laps, and they'll probably back mediums to get to the end of the race, given that it's a little bit wet still and not quite there, but close enough, I'd say, to maybe warrant a gamble onto a set of slick tyres. AJ now on the back of Del Boy, fighting for position of James Mason and Wonkin and Jim now swapping it out for P6 and P7. Caught that on my deltas on my left hand side. Cops corner now in the wet. Always advantageous for the drivers to take. Slip and slide baby through there if you are brave enough to keep your foot pinned as you shift down the gears. AJ now on the back though through Maggots and Beckett. Delbo get a little bit out of shape through Maggots and Beckett's. AJ may get the run here out of Beckett's. DRS going to be not enabled as it's too wet, but the battery being dumped down the inside now. Turned off the battery a little bit early maybe. He's got the racing room. If Delboy leaves it, yes he does down the inside. Oh, he's fighting it back though around the outside though. Goes Delboy now getting the inside line for the next apex. Not close enough to hold it on the outside. Oh, he's holding it there regardless. Takes to the sausage curb. Delboy there very much leaving enough racing room on the inside and the outside for Eddie to work with, but the gap was always closing into the final corner. So close enough though to battle it out throughout the the remaining part of lap 11. Going to be James Mason 2.5 seconds adrift of Kurt Maestro. So we've got Sterling now 2.5 seconds to Senna in the race lead. I'm curious to when he opts for the slick tyres. As we've got Blue Fox 4.5 seconds away from Wonkin Jim. Purple J now getting a 3-second time penalty also as well. So Stealth not punching as much as a hole as what I thought he would do thus far in the second race of the evening. I think these hard tyres not feeling great at the moment for Lager, but we'll see if he's got method to the madness as Nedzor Racing and Void having a decent little scrapperoonie into Corpse Corner. almost pushing that Haas through the apex into Magnus, and Beckett's now going to be looking to tuck in. Don't get the move made here. Very much not a safe place in the dry, nor in the wet. Tucking behind. Get through Beckett safely. Then into oh, big snap though, mid corner from Nedzo. We'll call him Nedzo. Is what we'll call him. We'll just call him Nedzo. It's easy. Nedzo. Getting a big wash of oversteer through Beckett's, losing out a little bit down the Wellington straight into Stowe, but still close enough to be on the back into the final 3 corners. Lap 12, oh easy, almost into the back of the Haas. Very much a case of the car behind being a little bit quicker but not as consistent as Void is at the moment in front. Working Jim pulling the trigger on a set of slick again onto the hards. Honestly, boys, I'm thinking mediums. I really am. Oh, Void going into deep there. Around the outside goes Nedzo in the wet conditions. That is very much brave. Void yielding that, I think. Yes, oh, Lager! DNFing on that set of hard tyres. Safety car, lap 12. Oh, does that prompt some brave boys on circuit? That's going to be 3 laps at least under safety car. No rain is falling. The circuit is going to keep drying up under that safety car. So do the drivers now box under safety car, run 3 laps on the slicks, hope for a racing line to dry, the circuit to dry. Then when the safety car comes in, you're on that slick tyre. It's better taking any warn. Might be a little bit cold, but you're on that slick tyre and your pit stop is now done. Lap 12 of 26. A medium and a hard is going to take you to the end here, but I'm picking mediums. I've said it 3 times now. It gets temperature faster than the hard tyre. They always say it on commentary. If it's a little bit dicey, where it's like a little bit wet, kind of get into dry, slick tyre, soft tyre, it gets temperature quicker. Bang. It's a little bit more easy to tame. Got hit by Kiddie coming out of the pits. Oh, no. Make sure it's clip chief. All that good stuff into the stewards. All that malarkey. So seemingly the front runners, Sterling, Senna. In fact, I shall wait for the pit stops to unfold. Is what I will do. To see if I've had the same thought process as our drivers. Or if they've heard me on commentary and thought that's not a bad idea. And then taken that thought process. But as we are seeing on the top left of the screen, all the lads pitting for a set of medium tyres. Honestly, it's like I've league raced before. It's like I've been here before. It's like I've been in their shoes before. It really is. Everyone on the grid, barring one kidney Jim, on a set of mediums. Redding currently coming into the pit lane on a set of intermediates. Now onto a set of medium tyres. There we go. There we go indeed. So lap 13 of 26. The racing thus far has been exciting up and down the field. Gaps separated by, long story short, absolute fucking nothing. With a few drivers. Naturally, incidents happen on circuits. Safety car has come out. So that entire gap up and down the grid is now nullified. Everyone's now bunched back together. And it's not quite dry yet. It's a little bit greasy. So it should be a dicey, exciting safety car restart. Lager, I totally agree, mate. You was driving exceptionally well, buddy. That was looking very good, bud. So Sterling currently still P1. I think this is... I may be wrong here. And he'll happily correct me later on if I am wrong. But I think this is the most race laps he has led from what I have seen when I had been around league race with him. All that malarkey. Very much driving extremely well so far. But does have a 3-second penalty there to serve at the end of the race. So has very much got to fight off the gauntlet behind him. That is DSL Senna, Fresh Agent Kurt Mishra, Jez Mason, VXI Delboy, Mr. Stealth, Wonk in the Gym, Blue Fox, Nedzo Racing, AJ Void Redding and Purple J, all on a brand new set of medium tyres. Down the inside of his safety car goes Sterling. Almost into the apex there, getting that move made on the safety car, keeping him excited and awake under the few laps of safety car proceedings. But as we can see, it is very much drying up. Has dried up very quickly, is what it has done. So these slicks will be nice and ready, is what they will be. They'll be on the little bit of a colder side, but once the safety car goes in, the lads will naturally get some heat into their tyres. So we'll bring up positions change real quick. Sterling up 1, Senna up 6, Fresh Agent up 7, great drive from you thus far, sir. Kurt Mishra up 2, Jez Mason up 2, VXR down 5, Delboy up 6, great drive as well. Mr. Stealth up 1. Wonk in the Gym down 6, Blue Fox down 5, Nedzo and AJ both down 3 positions, Void Redding both down 2. Also, Purple J up 1 and Lager the only retiree on this second race of the evening. Unfortunate, he was driving extremely well, it must be said. So I think we will have one more lap of safety car whilst I think it's Purple J catches up to the back of the field. And by the time it gets through sector 1, he'll be on the back of the grid, and then the safety car will peel away and Sterling will become the head of the train. I hope everyone has had a good evening so far. You've enjoyed the racing, you've enjoyed the start, you've enjoyed the middle, and once the safety car comes in, hopefully you'll enjoy the end. Also, I'm not gonna lie, it's been 2 weeks, so my throat is feeling it. My voice is very much feeling this evening already, so I can't wait for tomorrow when I can barely speak. But it's worth it because it's a good show to put on, and the guys are great on circuit as well. I will just sound like Phil Mitchell in the morning, which I'm okay with, as Del Boy leaves the session, which is not ideal. Have I got Del Boy on my friends list? Yes, I have. Dun 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 dun. Game invite. Dun 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 dun. Sent to you. Anyway, so safety car should be in this lap. Yes, Purple J is now on the back of the pack. So we'll get through Magnus and Beckett's. We'll probably exit Beckett's, and then the safety car will say in this lap. And it will peel away. Sterling will slow down, naturally so, back up the pack, and then pick his moment to get us back underway under green racing flag conditions. Sterling very much pressurising that safety car. There we go, look at that. It's almost like I'm a Formula 1 fan. It really is. So what we can't have is a beverage not poured before the safety car restart happens. Because if there is mayhem to be had, I will need a refreshment after a few laps. Sterling has sent it very early. He's caught Senna off guard and me off guard. Paul, he's caught me lacking. That's how good that restart was. He's caught the commentator lacking, pouring a beverage. The little minx sent that very early void now. 3 second time penalty to his name. Fresh Agent 2.5 seconds, 2.5 tenths, sorry, adrift of the Red Bull in P2. Kurt Mistro at 6.5 tenths, 6 tenths now, adrift of P3. He caught me lacking real bad. Did Mr. Sterling, Junior's there for that safety car reset. That was very witty. Went nice and early indeed. Downfield we go real quick as this Mercedes-Benz of Blue Fog is making moves, taking names, making overtakes as he gets by Wonky and Jim on the restart. Nedzo and AJ currently battling it out for, not AJ, sorry, AJ, he got contact! Alpine right round, Nedzo gets in too deep and he's trying to keep that Ferrari nose end out of that gearbox of the Alpine. Brought James Mason right round. Not what you want to see, but racing incident nonetheless. Safety car restart, lap 1 of safety car restart. Get that clipped and sent in. All that malarkey. Speaking of good malarkey, that's a great word, malarkey. If you're not from where I'm from, it might mean fucking nothing to you. But it's a great word to me, so I'm going to keep using it. But anyway, I digress. Senna on the back of Sterling after the safety car restart. Don't give up, James, mate. It happens. I was on board with him. He had a toe, a little bit about it, went in a little bit too deep. And he had the brakes fully on. And he... Tiny tap, matey. It happens. It happens. What you shouldn't do is instant retire, honestly. You should have just got the car turned around, dug in for the next few laps, and just got to drive. You know what I mean? Just got to drive. Drove the car home, because at least then, you finished the race. Alright? You finished the race then. Which is something that should be, you know. That's always a good thing, if you finish a race nonetheless, because then at least you've done it. You've shown up, shit's happened, racing incident, but you finished it nonetheless. Always a good thing to take with yourself. Shows willpower and grit. Down the inside goes not Sterling, Senna on Sterling. Down into Corpse, now first Agent on the back of the Red Bull. Senna almost pushing the Aston Martin now through Magnus and Beckett. This got real fast. It's what he did. Words hard, English struggling, mouth not working, throat is hurting, oxygen not being intaked at all. Now Aiden down the inside of Sterling, he's been mugged by the Red Bull and the Ferrari. Now Aiden now getting the run on the outside, possibly at the Phantom corners. Oh, that door got slammed in the Aston Martin's face. Aiden now on the back of the Red Bull. Goodness me, I've got hiccups. Oh, excuse me. DRS enabled turn 1, almost pushing that Red Bull into turn 1. Now turn 2, Senna now looking to defend into 3. Down the gears, he goes. That's not even English. I can barely speak English right now. My bottom of my jaw is really hurting. DRS now for the Ferrari. Battery going to be dumped here. Is it going to be needed? I don't think it is. Oh, maybe. Off that on board. There we go. Down the inside into 5. Oh, that's a great move there from Fresh Agent. Space being given by both drivers. Love that from you both. Still in our P3. Holding on with everything he can after being absolutely... Oh, hello. Down the inside of Corpse again. Carbon copy. What is with this corner tonight? The lads are feeling boisterous. Into Corpse. That's 3 overtakes now into that corner. That's unbelievable stuff. Marcus and Beckett's wheel, front nose to diffuser almost from the Ferrari and the Red Bull. DRS now for the Ferrari. Chopping and changing every lap. These two are not going to give up until the checker flag. Sterling now, I know it's on the inside almost. Goodness me, these 4 guys, Kurt Maestro sneaking up and Mr. Stealth. I see you, big boy, in P5. 5 tenths adrift from that McLaren. Now he's almost pushing the McLaren into the final. Going down the inside, maybe. Oh, hard defending the inside, middle of the road, kind of defending from that McLaren. You're getting past me, Sunshine. I'm a boat in width. Very much great and valiant defending from Kurt Mistro. Love that. Parking that bus. You ain't getting past me. I just snorted again. Fucking A, dude. Pepper Pig over here. Pepper Pig 46. I've snorted whilst breathing. That's twice now in one season. that have done that. That's unbelievable. But anyway, enough about Peppa Pig. More about the racing. Senna now jumping back a little bit. A couple of... Oh, hello. Self down the inside now of the McLaren. I can't catch a breath. I can't catch a breath. I can't catch a wink. Stealth down the inside of Kurt Maestro in the McLaren, looking to now get on the back of his teammate. Lap 19 of 26. Flying through cops there, flat out in gear 7. Into Maggots, now into Beckett's. Going to be close enough for DRS. Still in that on the back of Senna as well. So will Stealthy get a cheeky run of a double overtake? Question mark. Oh, no, he will not, because Sterling has got an absolute jet thruster in the back of that Aston Martin. Oh, that was almost down the inside at the end of Stowe. So Stealth on the back now of his teammate Sterling in the Aston Martin in front. Goodness me. It is all going on. P1 down to P5. There is nothing separating these guys right now. Lap 20 of 26. My face hurts, my jaw hurts, my abs are screaming. I'm going to be ripped. I'm going to be like a Greek god after this stream, because my throat is going to be absolutely shredded like a Formula 1 driver. My abs are going to be chiseled like nothing you've ever seen, because these guys are duking it out lap after lap after lap. I'm already asthmatic, so breathing is already fucking difficult, and these guys are making it harder because they are scrapping every single lap. Oh, almost contact there with the Aston Martin boy. Stealth almost into the diffuser, into the gearbox of his teammate. Easy, Tiger. The last thing you want at Aston Martin is contact between two cars at the same team. DRS is coming. No need to push too hard. I've got to breathe. Goodness me. Enjoy the battling on circuit. Goodness. Oh, let me there we go. Drink has been taken. Senna on the back of Agent. Sterling on the back of Senna. Stealth lurking in the wakes. Curtly still sat there like an absolute hemorrhoid. He won't go away. I don't know what's going on. These guys, P1 to P5, are just not relenting. Agent now under ridiculous amounts of pressure. P1, that Red Bull is not fucking going away. In his rear view mirror, in his mirrors left and right, that Red Bull is lurking like a predator, and not that kind of predator. Get your head out the gutter, like a carnivore, like a T-Rex. I've been playing a lot of Ark Survival. Dinos are on the brain, but he's lurking in the wakes, lurking in the shadows, waiting to make a move and pounce for this race lead. But Sterling, carrying that penalty, he's still not giving up. Wants to make this as hard as he can for Senna and Agent and Stealth behind. Let's not forget his teammate, who is getting closer every other apex, but then falling back a little bit. And Kurt Maestro, again, he's just sat there thinking, go on boys, scrap it out. I'll sit here, I'll watch the show, I'll let you have a little bit of contact maybe, I'll sweep on by. Don't mind me, I'll make the most of it. Down the grid, I'm going to go real quick. Let's not forget about the rest of the boys. Blue Fox VXR find out for P6 and P7. And the gaps further down the grid a little bit nullified. So what we will do is go back up the field to the race leaders, because this battle for P1 and P5 is captivating beyond belief. Nedzo is on the back of VXR. I'm keeping an eye on that. And Senna now goes around the outside of the Ferrari. Come on, camera angle. Catch up, you motherfucker. There we go. Oh, excuse my French. Goodness me. Senna try to go around the outside of golly, words are really struggling right now. Lap 21 of 26. Racing has been happening. Moves are being... Oh, hello, get Maestro now. And Stealth. No, I've hit buttons. Down the inside of turn 1, round the outside of 2. Down the inside of 3, round the outside of 3 goes Stealth possibly. I've hit the wrong button again. My fingers aren't working, my face isn't fucking working, my voice box is struggling, my lips are tingling, because this racing is ridiculous. From P1 down to P5, Kurt Maestro and Stealth duking it out apex to apex, corner to corner. Great stuff there from those guys. Sterling now on the back of the Red Bull of Senna in P2. Fresh Agent living to fight another day. I don't know who to watch. And I don't know when to breathe. I'm going to breathe now as we go into corpse. Goodness me. Oh, but they run into maggots, though. They run into maggots. Oh, almost. The run out of corpse was almost too good. It was almost too good. Sterling had the same issue. It was almost too good of a run. Stealth now on the back of Sterling. Sterling on the back of that Red Bull who wants to go down the inside into Stowe. Down the one into straight. He wants to go down the inside but can't make that. The first agent is making that Ferrari 3 buses wide. Nothing is getting past that Ferrari right now. He's driving like an absolute god. That Ferrari is nigh on. You can't get past it right now. That's 4 laps in a row. Senna has tried, I should say, and not prevailed, is what I was trying to say. Now the Aston Martin boys are now duking it out into turn 3, now into turn 4, possibly. Patience now from Stealth. Get the DRS. Is all he's got to do. Be patient. DRS is going to be enabled for both cars. But guess you better run out of 4. Down the inside into 5. Oh, not quite close. Sterling is on down the inside. Licks that stamp. Down the inside. Sterling gives him a lot of racing room there. Big respect there to Sterling. That was very generous of his. Which that is how Sterling races. He's very good on circuit racing room. Always given respect on circuit. Naturally so from Sterling. More so with his teammate. Was very generous there with Stealth, who now is released to get onto the back of Senna and face Agent Exotic there saying, come on Agent, mate, he is flying. His Agent right now, it is unbelievable. P1 to P5, or now P1 to P4 have been scrapping it out. Senna and Agent are having a ridiculous bout right now. It's been going on for at least 3 laps. Reading now, penalties, 3 seconds worth of penalties. Let's pick up penalties real quick, actually, whilst we're here. Sterling 3 seconds. Blue Fox 6 seconds worth. AJ, Wunkin and Jim both 3 seconds. Red and Delboy 11 seconds. Naughty. Void and Purple J both carrying time penalties as well. 6 seconds for Void. 9 seconds for Purple J. Let's get that off real quick. We don't need tyres because no one's stopping now. I assure you that. What? Oh, my voice is giving out. Excuse me, I do apologise. Goodness me. What isn't giving out though, what isn't giving up, is this racing right now between 3 cars, 4 cars for the battle for P1. My voice is really struggling right now. It really fucking is. And my voice is breaking. I'm going through puberty. Puberty 46 right now. My voice is having a really hard time keeping up with these guys around the British Grand Prix circuit. I mentioned earlier, it always prompts great racing in real life, and league racing is not different. Sterling, oh no! 6 seconds now for Sterling. That's going to hurt him massively in this battle. Stealth now on the back of that Red Bull, but that Red Bull on the back of that Ferrari. So what's going to give? Sterling know as well. What is going on? Aston Martin versus Red Bull Ferrari, almost 4-1. What is going on between these 4 drivers? Blue Fox now P5 trying to get on the back of these guys, bucking, having the scrap of the season so far. This has been unbelievable. Race of the season, easily between 5 drivers. Senna has got that move made, lap 25 of 26. Fresh Agent not giving this up without a second fucking fight, that's for certain. P2 now, lap 25 of 26. Gonna get DRS, gonna get that toe assistance, but my voice is fucked. Mr. Stealth in P3, gonna be getting the toe of 2 cars. But Aiden now on the back of that Red Bull, down the inside. Oh, not quite close enough. Oh, I'd have sent it, but he's a better man than me. I'd have been tempted, but oh, hello! Aston Martin out of nowhere, Stealth on the inside of the Ferrari. Gets the run. That DRS must have helped him out massively. Into turn 5, now on the back of Senna. Through Corpse. Going to be getting a run through Magus and Beckett's. Agent though still on the back of both cars. So which car gets the better run through Magus? Into Beckett's, the left, the right, down the gears. Now this is the important part. The run out the exit. Down the Wellington straight. DRS enabled. Battery now, dump it. Got no to lose. Stealth down the inside now. Getting that move made long before the apex. Into P1 goes the Aston Martin after a great drive. A great recovery drive through the pack. But these guys have been scrapping it out. It has been unbelievable stuff now. Stealth now going to be wanting to push away, pull away, after getting that move made. But the battle is very much not finished. Lap 26. Fresh Agent and Senna now going to be fighting out for P2. Senna though, very much, let's not, in fact, excuse my ignorance there, because Senna is very much still on the back of this Aston Martin through turn 4 and 5. Going to be getting the dust of DRS now. Going to be closing that gap up into the next apex. If he can stay close enough after Marcus and Beckett's the run down the Wellington straight into Stowe is massive. He's got better to play with, so let's see what happens here. Fresh Agent though, he's sat there waiting, and that boy is lurking. Very much sat there. If something goes wrong now with Senna in the last few seconds. Oh, and Fresh Agent now going into a deep. No penalty though, but that is a track limit warning, absolutely. But no penalty to be punished with on the last lap of this British Grand Prix. It has been a spectacle from the short qualifying in the sprint race and then this feature race. My voice is fucked. My voice is shattered. Darius around the outside goes the Red Bull. Oh, not quite close enough. Maybe took him behind for the switch back. No, not yet. Now puts Agent. Maybe down the inside. Sends it down the inside. Oh, gets on the brakes. Gets that car slowed down. That is great car control. Oh, so now get a bit of squad plate on the exit. Oh, Lance, easy, boys. P2 and Agent, both cars get a little bit out of shape there, but still maintaining P2 and P3. Very much both drivers, not at fault there at all. Senna got out of shape in front. Fresh Agent got out of shape as well, and he was trying to steer out of the incident. Senna in front was trying to have a slight of his own, but end result, P2, P3 for Fresh Agent and Senna. What a madness end to a fucking race. Goodness me, Nedzo P4 out of nowhere, Sterling P5. Drove phenomenal. Blue Fox 6, VXR 7, Wookin and Jim 8, AJP 9 points again for both Mercedes drivers. And Kurt Mistro P10. What an unbelievable race that was. Wow. The sprint race was something else. That second race was madness. Oh, my face hurts. My cheeks hurt. Goodness me. Phenomenal stuff. Phenomenal stuff. Wouchers. GG's. Stealth P1, Senna P2, Fresh Agent P3. 3 very fitting podium place sitters. Goodness gracious me. I hope no clip gets sent in at the end there for what happened with Senna and with Agent right at the end. It wouldn't have made a difference, I don't think. Both cars was mid-incident, both out of shape. Agent's Ferrari was a little bit loose. Senna was a little bit loose as well on the exit at the final, on the second to last corner. You know, it was nothing malicious, you know, two cars out of shape. I hope both guys are content with P2, P3 after that. At least 5 laps of just scrapping. What an end to... My voice is fucked. my throat is shattered. Goodness me. Wouchers. You can probably hear it in my voice. My throat is shattered. I sound horrendous. Wow. Wouchers. GG's. Up and down the field. I can barely speak. Oh, wow. I need a drink or something. Oh. Hopefully that's better. And the night DSL broke my fucking voice box. Oh, GG's. Unbelievable stuff. Unbelievable stuff. What a return for myself to the commentary box. Apologies that you went a 2 weeks without. I was ill the first week, and the second week I just had a really bad Wednesday, and I didn't want to give you all a half-assed commentary student when I just wasn't feeling it, you know. So, but what a race to come back to. You know, I hope the start of the stream, the whole hot lap thing and whatnot. I hope that went down alrighty. I'll for those that watch the VOD back afterwards, let me know your thoughts on Discord. PM me, tag me in the Jarvis chat. Let me know how you thought it went. If you want it to remain there, let me know in the Discord. If you want the hot laps with Hansen to remain a thing for the remainder of the season. But up and down the field, boys, phenomenal effort, great racing, unbelievable stuff. Really was. Goodness gracious. Firm handshakes. But before my voice completely collapses, that is going to be me. It's trying again. It's fucked. My voice is shattered. So that is going to be me away. For all those that watch this back afterwards, enjoy the VOD. If you're here at the end, PM me and let me know your thoughts on it, because that was unfucking believable. Honestly, that was mental. That was mental. You have no idea how mental that was. Honestly, what a phenomenal drive from all drivers involved. But that battle then for like P1 to P5, maddening, maddening. That's nuts, dude. That's fucking nuts, man. Firm handshakes up and down the field. What a race to come back to. Thank you all for jumping in, stopping by, saying hi, conversing, having a natter, all that good stuff. I firmly look forward to next week, next Wednesday. I have been your host, your commentator, Hanson46, Broken Voice 46. Press the About Me page, other links are there, Discord, Facebook page for Senna. Get involved, come say hi, come race. Reserve spots are there. We race ACC, we race Formula 1. He did flight sim because he's got a dicky leg. All the good stuff. All that good stuff. So come say hi if you want to get involved. And I will see you next Wednesday. GG's. Honestly, chaps. Unbelievable. Firm handshakes. What an enjoyable Wednesday evening. I will catch you all. My voice is fucked. I will catch you all next Wednesday. Much love. Goodbye for now. Great stuff. Firm GG's.